road trip in the district for the Wildcats. We have another emergency trip to go. Later on in the rest of our ball games will be home affairs on the Wildcat Arena. The first ball game tonight puts the 15-2 lead on the Karns 2-0 in District 3 play, taking on the leaders, a much improved Karns Lady Beauties, coming in with a record of 6-8. They are 3-6 in the district. The Wildcats did the turnaround tonight, but this time as the
welcome to Karns High School. Masks are required while in attendance, and please maintain social distancing. Thanks for your help in keeping our schools open and athletes on the court. At this time, we ask that everyone please rise and the gentlemen remove your hats as the Karns High Air Force Junior ROTC presents the colors. Please remain standing for the colors and wave the floor. Thank you. We'd like to welcome you to Karns High School in tonight's District 3 AAA matchup between the Karns High Lady Beavers and the Oak Ridge Lady Wildcats. And now for the starting lineup. For Oak Ridge, number 2, Kamari Mitchell-Steen. Number 11, Samaj Clark. Number 24, Cannon Green. Number 25, Gracie Karen. And number 34, Hope Holt. Lady Wildcats are coached by Christina Sims, Lauren Trent, and Paige Taylor. Now for your Lady Beavers. Starting at guard, senior, number 10, Kylie Scarborough. At forward, senior, number 11, Avery Lockhart. At center, senior, number 14, Hannah Arms. At guard, number 13, Anna Kate Reeser. And at guard, number 23, Madison Karns. Lady Beavers, the case for Rachel Roberts and Tyler Robinson. That's number 2, Kamari Nicholson.
Karns basketball coming down the floor. The Bridge in the lead 2-0.
That's it. Lockhart. Baskets Kamari Nichols Karns. And take Reese to the line, 2-2.
It'll be Brewster, I think. Has the ball game at 10. 6 after the try. 32 points.
Basket, Clark.
It off once again. It'll be the Beavers coming down the first.
Slipped over there from the late Wildcats on side court across the gym from where we are, David. It's throwing the ball. Time to try to get over to the right side. Back in the hole.
Kamari Nichols team at the line, shooting one.
Called against the Lady Beavers as Kamari at the line, 23-17. Lady Beavers now by 6. 7-point game. Shot on its way. No good. Rebound. Karns. Goes down the door for the number 24. That's Newton. Here come the Lady Beavers moving out together. Working on shoulder across the
Please set the line, shooting two. That's it, Madison Karns.
Once again, it'll be 2 minutes, 40 seconds to play. Molly goes back to the free throw line. 24 seconds to score.
Hannah Arms at the line, shoot 2.
Slow down.
Here comes the free throw. It's up. This is time once again. Back to the free throw line. Toss on its head. Once again,
Ridge 32-24. We're going to take a break, send it back to the station once again. This mic is another level, and it has to be set that way. That's what I was trying to figure out. It's like there's a picture on the bottom of the screen there. Test.
Please maintain social distancing. Thanks to your help in keeping our schools open and athletes on the court.
Welcome back once again to Karns High School. We're at halftime of the girls' game. Lady Wildcats on top by a score of 32-24. It wasn't the best effort for the Lady Wildcats in the first half. Karns played extremely well. Lady Wildcats defensively played pretty well, getting a number of steals away from the Karns Lady Beavers, but offensively and defensively trying to rebound the ball. The Lady Wildcats struggled mightily in the first half, and they barely have the lead here by 8, 32-24. They actually trailed by 3 at the first quarter mark, but the Lady Wildcats got it going just a little bit. Kamari started scoring a little bit more. Karns is playing a 2-3 zone. Lady Wildcats have failed to hit some outside shots. Kamari hit a 3 earlier, which was really big. In fact, Kamari's having a pretty good first half. She's had to, because the Lady Wildcats have struggled to get the audio. Get the outside game to work. Yes, we do have audio. Thank you, all the people who contacted us up here. We appreciate you letting us know. We did know we had an audio issue, and we were working on that feverishly. When we do radio, we do the prepradio.com. We have Channel 15. We have a lot of different moving parts up here. Although, we checked it all out before the start of the game. Sometimes things happen. But if you're listening to us on YouTube and you don't hear the audio, we are always on FM 92.7, FM 94.7 on the radio dial. That is coming in clearly. So that's just one little piece of advice there. Hopefully we won't have any issues. But if you could look at our setup here, we use 3 laptops. We've got 2 cameras. We've got a mixer, several mics, and a bazillion cords. And sometimes, using our limited resources here financially, we have to just kind of stick things together. And unfortunately today we had a little issue, but thank you for letting us know. Mark.
It's kind of like the Karns game is the game of technical difficulties.
Yeah, right.
Because that's how it was last Thursday. So, okay, I'm going to go run down the scoring. First for the Lady Wildcats, Kamari Mitchelstein has 12, Samaj Clark with 4, Cannon Green has 2, Gracie Heron has 3, and Hope Holt has 2. Scoring for the Karns Lady Beavers, Avery Lockhart has 4, Anna Kate Reister has 15, Hannah Arms with 1 point, Madison Perrin with 2 points, and Cezanne Newton has 2 points as well for the Beavers. Oak Ridge trailed at the end of the first quarter, 17-14, and then outscored the Lady Beavers 18-7 in the second quarter to take a halftime lead of 32-24. David?
The Wildcats are on top 32-24. Let's take another quick break here while we get another thing situated here. It's Oak Ridge and Karns here at Karns High School on FM 92.7, FM 94.7, prepradio.com, Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. We're also streaming on YouTube at Prep Radio. We'll be back to Karns in 3 minutes. Back in 3 minutes. And we are back here at Karns High School, getting set for the second half of basketball here. Lady Wildcats on top 32-24. Mark didn't play particularly well in the first half, particularly on the rebounding side of things.
Yeah, I mean, their rebounding, is really just baffling to me, David, because Karns isn't that big. I mean, the reason that, there's no real reason for us to be out-rebounded by Karns. I mean, we don't have that stat in front of us, but, I mean, it sure was pretty obvious to us that Karns out-rebounded us. And as you pointed out off the air, David, that they were just getting better position. They were pushing us under the basket so we were no longer in position, and we just can't allow that to happen.
And we're about to get set. The Lady Wildcats will have the ball first. There's nobody on the camera. And it'll be Oak Ridge with the basketball. Here it goes once again to Samaj Clark. Samaj works it right side. Here it goes to Cannon Green. Cannon works the ball back to Samaj, drives the paint, kicks it over to Kamari. Kamari dribbles in, pulls up, takes a 6-footer. It's going to be short. Rebound to Karns once again. Lady Wildcats once again has come down the floor and tried to get the steal away from Reister, but once again, the Lady Wildcats just cannot get a rebound. I mean, they had two people under there, and they just pulled it away from Gracie and Samaj. Here comes Karns with the basketball, trying to get the ball inside themselves. They back it up to Reister once again. She dribbles out, picked up by Hope Holt. They're working the ball to the left side. Over it goes to Scarborough. Scarborough left side, continues to dribble, works the ball to her right. Over it goes to Arms. Arms length away from Gracie. Holds it, looks to her right. 5-second count is on. It's got to be 5. Yeah, it is. I think Karns is going to have to call a timeout to save possession there. I believe that's what exactly happened. So the other official, it was at least 5, but it was getting very, very close. But pretty good defense there, and not kind of thinking right there by the Lady Beavers. But not a great start here for the Lady Wildcats again on rebounding, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, rebounding is critical, David. I mean, unless you're going to make all your shots, which just doesn't happen, I mean, you've got to get position rebounding. And the Lady Wildcats, that's just really an area for improvement tonight.
Lady Wildcats come out in the second half with Samaj Clark, Kamari Mitchell-Steen, Hope Holt, Gracie Heron, Cannon Green. Lady Wildcats on top 32-24. It'll be Karns with the basketball. Here comes to Reister once again. Reister deflected and a steal again by Oak Ridge. Kamari Mitchell-Steen right-handed off the glass. No good. Too high off the glass. Karns has the rebound. Once again, here come the Lady Beavers with the basketball. Coming down the floor. Number 10, they lob it. Lady Wildcats didn't pick up their assignment, and they allow number 11, Lockhart, to score. And down the floor with the basketball will come the Lady Wildcats. Samaj on the top of the key. Here comes Oak Ridge. Samaj dribbles in, no place to go. Deflected pass, saved out high by Cannon. Here it goes to Samaj, dribbles against the paint, goes in for the shot, no good. Blocked by Karns. Lady Beaver basketball in a 6-point game, 32-26 to score. Karns with the basketball. Oak Ridge's got to pick up their assignments. Here's a block, a nice defensive play there by Cannon Green, saved away by Hope. Lady Wildcats got to run the floor. Here comes Hope to Samaj. One dribble, goes in for the shot, good. Left-handed off the glass. I didn't think Samaj really had put it in gear there, but she was able to catch it cleanly, and she's got 6 points in the ballgame. 34-26, Lady Wildcats in the lead once again by 8. 5:58 to play, third period. With the basketball will come Karns. They launch a 3. No good. No rebounding, although the Wildcats get it this way. They have a snowbird down the floor, and Gracie Heron, one dribble off the glass shot, good. Gracie makes it a 10-point game at 36-26, 5:40 to play here in the third period. Here comes Karns down the floor, slowly walking it across the line. Once again, for them will come Perrin. She works the ball to her right to Scarborough. Scarborough guarded by Hope, looks to her right, fires a pass almost taken away by Green, saved on the floor by the Lady Beavers, and almost a steal by Gracie. Saved on the left side. They get a shot from the baseline. Good. 2-point shot. Good by number 23, Perrin. And here comes Oak Ridge down the floor, leading 36-28. Kamari Mitchell-Steen with it, attacks the 2-3 zone. Inside to Gracie. Her shot is blocked. Rebounded by Karns. Here comes Reister down the floor. Reister coast to coast. Lost her dribble out of bounds. Last touch by Cannon on a deflection. Saved a layup. 5 minutes to play. Lady Wildcats in a 8-point game at 36-28. Karns will substitute into the ball game. Newton once again, the junior, the 5'8 junior, comes in for Arms. It is quite apparent Lady Wildcats do not like to go against a 2-3 zone.
Yeah, it really is, David. They're just really struggling tonight. And as the shot is up by Karns, no good. Rebounded by Gracie Heron.
To Hope Holt, and she's hammered, gets out of there though, and the Lady Wildcats have a 4-on-1. Got to score here. Hope's going to go to the hole. They missed the shot. Lady Wildcats had a 4-on-1 and didn't score. That's unacceptable. They get a layup on the other end, blocked by Kamari out of bounds. Right there was an example of, although we had 4 people on the floor, Hope brought it down the floor and just took the shot herself when she had other teammates. And I know Coach Taylor will say you got to be less or more, teamworthy. I mean, obviously, you're on a 4-on-1, you got to score.
Yeah, I mean, that's just unacceptable, David, as Lady Wildcats get a turnover, and then a foul is called by the Lady Beavers, number 23, I believe, Perrin.
Yes, she commits the personal foul. It'll be Oak Ridge with the basketball, leading 36-28, an 8-point Lady Wildcat lead. It befuddles me here, Mark, why the Lady Wildcats struggle against this team as Oak Ridge works it into Samaj. And they're very well coached. You can tell that as Kamari puts up a shot, no good, rebounded out of bounds, last touched by Oak Ridge. I shouldn't even say rebounded. It was knocked out of bounds by Oak Ridge. It just surprises me that they can play so well against honestly better teams and just really, really struggle against this Karns team.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be something, something about this Karns team, David, that just kind of just doesn't mix well with the Lady Wildcats. Not quite sure what it is.
Basketball is all about matchups anyway, but we match up better with them. That's the crazy thing about it. 36-28, Oak Ridge by 8, 3:48 to play, third period. The boys' game will follow. We're streaming this game on YouTube on our Prep Radio channel, and we hope you'll stay with us for the boys' game. There was no junior varsity ball game today. Next ball game will be here's a steal by Hope. The Lady Wildcats on a deflection by Cannon Green. Hope's going to drive coast to coast. Her shot is up, no good. Does draw the foul, and Hope will have to earn it at the free throw line. 36-28 the score. Campbell County will be our opponent coming in on Friday. Then Saturday, the Wildcats taking on Catholic. Hope Holt to the free throw line. 36-28 the score, 3:31 to play. Toss, good. Hope knocks down the free throw. She's got 3 points in the ball game, and on the season, she is a 42% free throw shooter. Senior needs to knock it down here and give Oak Ridge a 10-point lead again, and she does. Pretty shot by Hope Holt, and the Lady Wildcat lead is 38-28. Here comes Karns down the floor, moving right to left as we play here in the third period. With the basketball will come Karns. Here it goes. Scarborough once again. Dribbles and lost the ball. Kamari had it for a moment. Steals it on the floor. Gives it to Cannon. Lady Wildcats back to Hope Holt. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Hope is then fouled. Personal foul is going to go against Kylie Scarborough. That'll be her second personal foul. 3:13 to play third period. 10-point game. 38-28 the score. Lady Wildcats in the lead as Karns will substitute. Out of the ball game comes Scarborough. Oak Ridge ball, and they'll attack the 2-3 zone once again. Bounce pass to Kamari. Goes inside the middle. Gives it into Cannon to Lauren Hart. Hart dribbles to the right extension of the free throw line. Hope to Kamari. Drives the baseline. Goes in for the shot. No good. Rebound, Karns. Layup on the other end. Reached her. Missed it. Rebound by Kamari. Coming out of there with the basketball. Lady Wildcats once again with numbers. 4-on-2 this time as Kamari blows past her defender and goes in for a layup. Good. Nice play by the Lady Wildcats. And Reeser once again beats them down the floor, but Kamari blocks the shot. Has to commit the foul to do so. And for Kamari, that'll be her third personal foul. Lady Wildcats have got to get back on defense, Mark.
Yeah, they really do, David. I mean, allowing snowbirds is just not what the Lady Wildcats are typically doing. As Reester's first free throw is up and good. She's perfect from the line. She's 5 of 5 from the line. She's got 16 points in the ballgame.
She had 30-plus against Oak Ridge at the Wildcat Arena on Thursday. Here's a missed shot, rebounded by Kamari. Went between two to get it. Kamari having to do about everything here tonight. Goes in for the shot, puts up a shot. Good. Will it count? Looked like she was fouled on the floor. Honestly, I'll be honest with you, Mark. This is the best officiating crew I think we might have had all year.
Yeah, I have no issue. I mean, the fact that I haven't complained about it just tells you right there that they're doing a good job.
Ball's worked in, and then a foul's called, I think, against number 30 for them. Pendergrass, freshman player. That'll send Kamari to the free throw line. Kamari has just passed two very, very big-time Lady Wildcats on the all-time scoring list. She has passed in this ball game as she misses the free throw. Cynthia Dunnigan, the great Cynthia Dunnigan, played on the 1988 state championship team, and she just now passed Jennifer McGinnis, who played on the 1994 Lady Wildcat state championship team, the first of 3 McGinnises. So big company. Kamari now in 6th place all time on the all-time scoring list, and congratulations to her. But more importantly, Lady Wildcats have built a 13-point lead here finally, 41-29 the score. I'm not going to take anything away from Karns. I mean, Karns, they're out there playing as they launch a 3. Good. And guess who it was?
Reister.
She knocks it down, Reister does, and Lady Wildcat lead is cut once again, 41-32. Oak Ridge basketball. Cannon Green attacks inside, shoots. No good. Rebound, Karns. Here come the Lady Beavers down the floor. 2 minutes to play, third quarter. Rebounding, I'd love to see that stat as they work the ball down the floor. Cannon blocks the shot. Out to the top. Reister blocked away by Kamari. And then Kamari picks up another foul. That's her 4th. Tough foul. Lady Wildcats on top 41-32. A minute 50 to play third quarter. And I don't know if Coach Taylor knows that's her 4th, but
I think it says 3.
I see they say on the scoreboard 3, so we'll go with that. There must have been another foul call on somebody else, so that helps. As they work the ball, Pendergrass does, left side. Minute 42 to play, third quarter, 41-32 Lady Wildcats. Pendergrass has her pocket picked by Kamari. Ball's just rolling up the floor. Everyone else is in the rear court, tracked down by Karns. Minute 30 to play. Here come the Lady Beavers with it. Once again, it goes to number 23. Back to Pendergrass. Pendergrass drives to the baseline against Lauren Hart. Cannot get past her. Has to get rid of it. And now almost throws the ball away, and Kamari does steal it. Kamari Mitchell-Steen, the expert at thievery, goes in for the shot. Good! And she's fouled. Personal foul will go against Maples. That'll be her 2nd personal foul. The basket should count. It did. And Kamari will go to the free throw line. 41-32. It should be 43-32. She'll go to the free throw line one time. He heard me. And shot is on its way. Good. 44-32 the score. Oak Ridge by 12. A minute 13 to play in the third period. Kamari having a good ball game tonight.
She's got 27 points, David, so a very fine night. We're not even into the fourth quarter yet.
Thank goodness, because the Lady Wildcats are getting nothing inside. Really, Gracie hardly has done anything, has she?
She has 5 points. She had a 3-point play early in the game.
Here comes Karns with a steal. Here's Cannon with another steal. Here comes Hope Holt. Lady Wildcats to Lauren Hart. Ball is kicked up the floor and tracked down by Karns. Good hustle by the Lady Beavers. You know, I like that player, Mark. I like Reister. She is a good-looking player. She shoots the ball well. She hustles. She does good work on defense. She's a good player.
She works hard, David. I mean, the only flaw that I saw was she had a left-handed layup that did not look so great tonight. But other than that, really nice player.
Good box out there for the Lady Wildcats, and the Lady Wildcats push it up to Samaj. Samaj to Lauren, back to Samaj, layup, good. Samaj Clark scores. It wasn't pretty. Might have been a walk there. 19 seconds to play. Oak Ridge up by 14 now on the scoreboard, 46-32, 12 seconds to play. Karns with the basketball. Third period action here. Reister, long 3. No good. Rebound, track down. Karns can't save it. Lauren Hart does. 1 second. And Kamari can't get a shot off as the third quarter comes to a close. So we've played 3 quarters of basketball here at Karns High School. The Lady Wildcats lead 46-32. And we'll be back to Karns High School on FM 92.7 in 60 seconds.
They said at the scoreboard end of the gym. There's a scoreboard at both ends.
Okay.
No, the announcement was, we want to remind the parents to gather at the scoreboard end of the gym. I'm like, you got 2.
Clary back here at Karns High School. The fourth and final quarter about to get set here. Lady Wildcats in the lead 46-32. The Karns basketball first. Hasn't been a pretty ball game by any stretch of the imagination. But Lady Wildcats steadily building a lead here. 46-32 our score. Karns with the basketball. Lady Wildcats come out and man-to-man, get a steal. Gracie Heron dives for it and ties up the young lady from Karns. Lady Wildcats coming out of the man. Lady Wildcats have been playing a lot of zone themselves here recently, Mark, and came out of the man right there.
Yeah, and Karns didn't really appreciate that the pressure either. So another turnover by Karns, advantage Lady Wildcats.
With the basketball will come the Lady Wildcats. Here comes Cannon Green with it. Works the ball out to the top. Kamari Mitchell-Steen dribbles in. Kamari drives in for the shot. Good. Kamari knocks down the shot, and the Lady Wildcats up their lead to 16 at 48-32. This one's been hard. I mean, of all the teams we've played, with the exception of Powell, as Gracie gets a block shot, saved on the floor by the Lady Beavers. Out there, reached her, and she launches a three. No good. Rebound, Cannon Green. Looks for somebody to get rid of the ball, too. Does to Hope with a long pass down the floor. Hope will square things up and set it up once again to Green. Cannon, left side, Kamari Mitchell-Steen for three. It's going to be short. Rebound, Gracie with a big board. Up with a shot, no good. Blocked. Here comes the Lady Beavers with the basketball. Nearly a double dribble right there. They work the ball to Reeser. Reeser underneath the goal. Goes up for the shot. Good. Scores right over the top of Samaj. I'm telling you, I like the way that girl plays. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor, leading 48-34. 6:42 to play here in the basketball game. Cannon along the baseline throws the ball away. It's going to saved on the floor, though, by Hope. Loose on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball. Cannon, I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to penetrate and kick the ball back out, but Cannon got too deep in there and just got basically tied up.
Yeah, she just let the defenders get too close and just surround her. So there was, kind of lost the light of day in there, David.
48-34 the score, 6:33 to play. We're in the fourth and final quarter here at Karns on FM 92.7, FM 94.7, prepradio.com, Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. Ball knocked out by Kamari Mitchell-Steen. Kamari's got to be getting close to a triple-double in this game because she's had a ton of steals in this game. I don't know her rebounding total, but she's definitely has the points as the bounce pass is deflected and stolen away by Gracie. Nice play to Kamari Mitchell-Steen. Lady Wildcats to Lauren Hart. No, it's Cannon Green. She's going to drive in for the shot. Good. Cannon gets it off the glass, and the Lady Wildcat lead is 16, 50-34, and Cannon now has 4 points. 6:08 to play in the ball game. Lady Wildcats trying to remain undefeated in the district, but it has been a struggle here. Karns with it on the baseline, a near steal. Lady Wildcats come in at 15-2, 12-0 in the district. Here's another steal. Here's Kamari going coast to coast. Another layup, good. Count it. And another foul against Karns. Lady Wildcats starting to wear them out here just a little bit, Mark, and that's kind of what we see all the time, but I'll give Karns a lot of credit. They've hung close. They led by 3, I believe, after one quarter.
Yeah, they did. They led 14-17, but the Lady Wildcats have really kept the scoring of the Lady Beavers down since then. They've not scored more than 10 points in either quarter since. 19-point
lead now for the Lady Wildcats, 53-34. Karns with the basketball. Perrin outside to the top, it goes to Scarborough. Works the ball for a shot on its way up the rim, off the rim, no good. Rebound to Oak Ridge. Hope Holt with the basketball to Gracie running the floor. Gracie waits, gives it over to Samaj. Free throw line, throws it into Kamari. Goes up for the shot, no good. Rebounded by Hope, back to Gracie. Lady Wildcats re-square the floor. Here comes the cross-court pass to Samaj. Back to Cannon. Cannon Green to Samaj, left corner. That's where she likes to shoot those threes. Put the ball down the floor, saved by Cannon. Cannon kicks it into Hope. Little 8-footer, no good. Rebound to Karns. Lady Beaver basketball. Here they come down the floor to Reister. Brings the ball across the line. 5 minutes to play in the ball game. A 19-point Lady Wildcat lead. Deflected pass by Samaj Clark. Saved on the floor once again by number 23. That's Perrin. Perrin works the ball to Scarborough. Scarborough thought about shooting a three. It's partially rejected. Saved by Karns. Shot is up, no good. Tipped and rebounded by the Beavers. Knocked out of bounds by Hope Holt. I'm going to say it again. This is the best officiating crew we have had all season long. All the 50-50 balls, all the out-of-bounds plays have been the correct call. To be honest with you, they haven't really called anything negative. And I like this group.
Yeah, as you said, David, if we're not complaining about them, they must be doing a good job, because we can't be quite critical of the referees.
And this is the Knoxville Association. This is not our association, so this will be the last time we see them unless they officiate at Fulton. That's the last time we might see them, so that's unfortunate. As the Lady Wildcats will work the ball in, leading by 19, 53-34, 4:35 to play. I believe it is senior night here at Karns High School as Kamari gets the ball across the line. Gracie's got a layup. Good. Gracie Herron scores off the glass, and the Lady Wildcat lead is 21, 55-34 the score. You want to interview Coach Taylor after the ball game? I don't think she's going to be too happy.
I think I'll be busy.
Foul is going to be called against Oak Ridge, 4:18 to play. I know we're complaining about them. We're up 21 points right now, but things like at this stage of the year, you should be kind of, clicking on all cylinders right now. And they did look good against Clinton on Friday. I'll give them that. Obviously, the incentive to play Clinton a little greater than to play these Lady Beavers.
Yeah, and they looked really good against Powell last week, David. As a shot is up by Maples, no good. Rebounded by Karns, shot back up and good.
So the Lady Beavers score, and here comes Oak Ridge facing full court pressure. Kamari works it into Samaj. Trapped in the rear court, gives it into Kamari. Kamari across the way to Cannon. Long pass saved by Karns. Pass was just too high for King. Cannon couldn't go up and get it. 3:43 to play. Here come the Lady Beavers. Reister thought about a three, gives it into Pendergrass. Pendergrass goes in for the shot, hits the rim, no good. Rebounded by Cannon. She's trying at least. Here comes her shot, good. Made good by number 22 for them Maples, and Oak Ridge's lead is 55-38. Here's Kamari, coast to coast, layup. No good. Missed it. Rebound to Kamari. Inside to Cannon, off the glass shot, good. Cannon Green takes it off the glass, and Cannon now has 6, and Oak Ridge leads 57-38. 3:12 to play in the ball game. Here comes Karns down the floor once again. Lady Beavers with it, Reister with it. She wants to launch a three when she can to get them a little closer here. Here's Kamari with another steal. It's a bad pass. Here comes Kamari, coast to coast, layup. Good. Kamari scores again, and she's got to be approaching 30.
34.
And 34 points, and timeout is asked for. Why don't we take it with him here? 2 minutes, 52 seconds to play in the ball game. Oak Ridge on top, 59-38. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Remember that setting for next ball games.
Which setting?
The audio setting on.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know.
Radio's been good. What's that? They do. Oak Ridge Wildcats will be playing immediately following this game. Stay tuned for that. Boys action here. Right now, the Lady Wildcats trying to finish off another district win. The Lady Wildcats with a victory will go 13-0 in the district, and they'll play their final district game at home on Friday against Campbell County. Lady Wildcats and guys will play Catholic on Saturday. Tuesday, the Wildcats are at home as well. They'll take on Cleveland, which should be a great little rematch of the boys' game, which came down to the wire. And Lady Wildcats trying to get a little revenge on that game. And then the Wildcats, 2 weeks from Saturday, or 1 week from this Saturday, will play Fulton. That'll close out the regular season. Then we'll go to the postseason. Both free throws made good. And here come the Lady Wildcats. Kamari Mitchell-Steen across the line, dribbles across, has her pocket nearly picked, needs some help, gives it over to Hope. Hope inside to Cannon. Cannon will not take the shot. Here goes back out to Samaj. Samaj with it, backs it up, has Cannon in the right corner, has Kamari on her left wing. She dribbles into the free throw line, attacks inside to Gracie. Nice pass, shot, no good. Gracie kind of rushed the shot, though, but it was a great pass there by Kamari Mitchell-Steen.
It really was, David. Great ball movement. I saw a couple of really nice passes on that offensive set by Lady Wildcats. As a shot up, no good by Reister.
Hits the stanchion, the wire that holds the goalpost there, so it'll be Oak Ridge basketball. They're pressuring here with 2:07 to play. Lady Wildcats watching them get a little work in. Samaj in the rear court, works it over to Cannon. Cannon Green dribbles in, throws the ball, intending it for Gracie. Saved by Cannon. Back to Hope. Hope to Kamari. She has a three-point shot. Nope, it's going to make it a shorter shot. It's on its way. No good. Gracie, good rebounding position and wants to shoot, but as she makes her move, she is going to be fouled. Gracie looks a little frustrated as I look on her face down there. I don't know, maybe long day at school there, but she looks frustrated. She'll go to the free throw line.
Well, I mean, she was being, as she was getting the rebound, David, she was being boxed out and kind of pushed out of bounds. Nice free throw shot there by Gracie Heron. If she now is 2 for 2 from the line, she has 8 points in the ball game. But, credit Karns, we talked about it. They're getting better rebounding position than we are.
Both free throws by Gracie are good. It's 61-40. Lady Wildcats by 21. A minute 44 to play in the ball game as we broadcast here on YouTube on our Prep Radio channel. And Mike Mullins, the athletic director, as Pendergrass goes in. She looks like she was tied up, but they're going to call a foul against Oak Ridge. Mike Mullins, the athletic director, told me that we will be streaming the remaining regular season ball games, but beyond that, he did not commit to that. Of course, once you get to the postseason, there's some different rules and regulations in place. But we will be streaming the final 4 ball games of the year, 3 of which will be at the Wildcat Arena. Both tosses missed. Gracie has the rebound. Here's Kamari Mitchell-Steen down the floor, has the ball deflected, saves it. Kamari's going to give it inside to Cannon Green. Green to Gracie. Around it goes Samaj Clark to Kamari. Won't take the 3. Backs it up. Now sets up and launches a 3. It's up good. 3-point shot. 37 points in the ball game. Kamari showed up tonight. That's one thing you have to say. You got to give her a lot of credit as Pendergrass comes down the floor. That's a nice move by the Lady Beaver. And here comes Oak Ridge down the floor to Green. Minute 4 to play here. Oak Ridge on top, 64-42. Hope drives in to Gracie. Gracie shoots a 3-footer. Good. Gracie Heron scores. And the Lady Wildcat lead is 66-42. People are going to look at the score and think that Oak Ridge just blew them out, but it just wasn't the way it was. This game was tight, honestly.
It really was, David. As Karns puts up another shot. No good. Rebounded by Karns.
Lady Wildcat rebounding. I would love to see the totals. I know they do their stats are done by huddle as they launch a 3. It's up, no good. Rebound. Got to be a little bit more aggressive. You're going to want to get every board. And that time they did pull down the rebound, and I think that'll be the final trip down the floor. They're going to stay in their 2-3 zone. Now they're going to come up defensively and guard her and foul her. Now, with 16.5 seconds, it is, it's academic who's going to win the ball game as Karns will substitute 3 new players in the ball game. But different coaches have different styles. I mean, we're getting ready to go to the tournament, and he wants his team to be ready for tournament time.
Yeah, and that's exactly the focus that a coach should have. David, I have no issue with that whatsoever.
First free throw is good by Kamari. The seniors have just all come out of the game here. I believe this is senior night here. They've got a lot of roses and flowers down there. And as Kamari knocks down the shot, and she's got 39 points. And that's a career high for her. 14 seconds to play, very close to the all-time school record set by Jada Gwynn. They launch a 3 off the rim, no good. Rebound to Hope. Hope down the floor to Samaj. Lady Wildcats will not shoot, and the final score is posted. The Lady Wildcats have won by a final score of 68-42. So congratulations to the Lady Wildcats. They improved their record to 16-2. They are 13-0 in District 3 play. We're going to take a break here. I know Coach Taylor gets up here really quick. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with Coach Taylor in 2 minutes.
What was it? They took it off already.
68-42.
68-42.
My mic is off. What, turn your mic off?
Yeah, I'm not even going to bother to respond to all these things.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You know my memory.
What?
Yeah.
Once again, welcome to Senior Recognition Night. We are recognizing the class of 2021 girls basketball players and cheerleaders tonight. First up, the senior cheerleaders. Elizabeth Hutchinson, escorted by David and Jordan Hutchinson.
Nice way to get a shot at that. Tell them that. It's not our scene, but
Next up, we have Meredith McNeely, escorted by Scarlett Valentine and Evelyn McNeely.
welcome back to Karns High School on their senior night here as their seniors are being recognized. Their cheerleaders and players. Joining me is the head coach of the Lady Wildcats, Coach Paige Taylor. Coach, scoreboard, you looks like you blew them out here, but man, once again, another tough, really good effort by the Lady Beavers. One of the keys, I think, in this game, and I'm trying to be quiet because they're having their ceremony here, but was rebounding. I don't have the totals in front of me, but I will venture to say they out-rebounded you tonight.
They had 8 offensive rebounds at halftime, and we had 5 offensive rebounds at halftime. So they absolutely out-rebounded us. We stood and watched. Lots of rebounding happening and just effort, you know. And we did a better job in the second half attacking that zone, moving the basketball. First half, we didn't move the basketball in half court. We moved the basketball better in the second half.
That's got to be a little bit disheartening for you here at the end of the season with 4 games to go here. You want to be kind of peaking at this time, and you played well, I thought. You played well against the Clinton Dragons on Friday, and you played well against Powell on last Tuesday. But these Karns, I don't know, maybe it's the 2-3 zone. Is that what gives you?
It's the packed in. I mean, we stood and watched. You know, I mean, when you stand offensively, you attack one dribble and you pass, and when we catch, we stand. You got to move every pass. You got to move. You got to move, and. You know, I think we were like 1 for 8 or 1 for 9 from 3 in the first. We were settling for threes on the perimeter, and you know, I don't think we did that much in the second half.
You had a lot of steals. You know, one thing defensively, again, your press was getting a lot of steals to the first of the ball game, but you weren't converting them into points for whatever reason. And like you said, the shot selection, like you said, a lot of threes, and you missed them. Fortunately, Kamari got going, and she scored nearly 40 points tonight. I think she finished with 39 in the ball game. So that's 39. That's a good portion of your points there. And a lot of Gracie's points came late, and Samaj was kind of absent a little bit offensively.
Yeah, we need Samaj to step up. We can't have games where I don't even think she scored, did she? I don't know if she did. It was
maybe a couple
points.
Yeah.
She's got to be an offensive threat, a big offensive threat for us, you know. And I talked to Kamari at halftime. I could see she got a little frustrated, you know, in the first half. I mean, she was going, and not too many other people were going with her. And I told her, I said, you know, one thing about being a leader is a lot falls on your shoulders, and when it does, when you're carrying us, like in the first half, you can't get frustrated. You got to pull them with you. You got to make them come with you. And you know, we were sloppy. You know, I don't think we had great effort on loose balls. Sometimes, you know, there were times when we did, times when we didn't. You know, we gotta figure it out.
You know, rebounding is, to me, you don't have to be 7 feet tall to be a good rebounder. You can be 5'2" like Kamari is.
Right.
If you want that ball, you should, in my mind, that's the way I look at it, you should want every ball that comes off the rim there, and you should go for it hard.
Absolutely. That's the part. Sometimes the ball comes off the rim and it falls on the floor before we even make an effort to go get it. I don't really understand that. I think we do a lot of watching. We're not boxing out well at all, which means we're not in position to rebound. And we've got to do a better job.
You're going to play just to be honest with you, I mean, they have a individual that's pretty good out there, number 13. She's a pretty good player, and she basically carried them. But this is not a team that really you should struggle with, to be honest with you.
No, it is not.
Yeah.
It's absolutely not.
You're a much better team than them.
Yes.
But for whatever reason, you have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I would like to think the other night at home, last week was a fluke at home, but then you start out a game and they win the first quarter. I mean, it's got to matter to you. Can't walk in a place, and I'm not saying they did. I don't know what they did, but they walk in to play Karns, and it's not. And I've told them in the first game, it's not the Karns that we're used to playing. They're going to score more than 4 points, And I don't know if mentally we just look at it as it's Karns. I'm not sure. But it doesn't matter who you play. It's not about the other team. It's about us, and we didn't make it about us tonight.
Coach, the level of play is going to jump considerably. You've got Campbell County on Friday. They always give you fits. This is a different Campbell County team. They're really 5-guard oriented. You should have an inside, presence in there. You should be able to dominate the inside. You got Catholic. I don't know much about Catholic at all on the girls' side. That's Saturday. Then a week from tonight, you've got Cleveland coming back in. Then you got Fulton to close it out. So you're going to close out with 4 pretty strong teams.
Right. Yeah, and that's how we want to close out. We want to play that tough competition because from here on out, that's all you're going to see. There are no easy games left. And, you get in the postseason, it's a brand new ball game. And so I'm excited about the next 4 games to see where we're at. And hopefully we're moving in the right direction. Like I said, I hope these Karns games are not an indication of where we're at. I don't feel like it is. But we'll prepare for those 4 games and then carry into the postseason.
Coach, just your final comments about tonight's game.
We pulled away. We got out of our press in the second half, and our half-court defense I felt was pretty good. Not the rebounding part, but the defending part. We finished better, much better in transition. We got the ball. We moved the ball better in the second half. We did improve, but we got to let this game go and move on and be ready to play Friday night.
Coach, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
That is Coach Paige Taylor. Lady Wildcats win this ball game. We're still a few minutes away from the start of the boys' game because they had their senior night activities. So we're going to take another long break here. I'll send it back to Brian. We're broadcasting tonight on FM 92.7. You can always listen to us in your car, especially on the road games. That's when we tend to do the radio ball games because we know a lot more fans can come to the home ball games. And starting Friday, when the Wildcats do take on the Campbell County Cougars, students will be allowed in the gym. In fact, they'll be allowing the general public to come into the gym. You've got to wear your mask. You've got to social distance. You'll have your temperature taken at the door. Here at Karns, they only allow parents, grandparents, and siblings in. But at our place on Friday against Campbell County, the general public can come and watch the Wildcats, Lady Wildcats. We have 3 home games remaining in the regular season. We are going to be hosting some postseason ball games, we know. So we'll have more opportunities. But the first opportunity to see the Lady Wildcats, if you haven't seen them, and the guys, will be Friday against Campbell County. We're on prepradio.com as well. You can listen to our broadcasts on your smartphone by going to the prepradio.com site. We're broadcasting on YouTube on our Prep Radio channel. Lady Wildcats win. We'll be back with a look at the stats in a moment. Let's take a 3-minute break here.
Mark Case back here at Karns High School, where the Lady Wildcats are victorious over the Lady Beavers of Karns. Leading scorer for the Lady Wildcats was Kamari Mitchell-Steen. She had 39 points. She was 15 of 31 from the field, 7 of 9 from the free throw line. Also in double figures, Gracie Herron added 11 from the Lady Wildcats. She was 4 of 7 from the field, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Samaj Clark had 8. She was 4 of 12 from the field. Kanan Green had 6 from the Lady Wildcats. She was 3 of 6 from the field. And Hope Holt had 4 for the Lady Wildcats, 1 of 5 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Leading scorer for the Lady Beavers of Karns was Anna Kate Reister. She was, 6 of 15 from the field. She was 4 of 11 of those from beyond the three-point line, and she was 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Madison Perrin added 6 for the Lady Beavers. She was 3 of 17 from the field. Avery Lockhart also was 6, 3 of 6 from the field. With, 2 points was Javavian Pendergrass. She was 1 of 2 from the field. Suzanne Newton also had 2 for the Lady Beavers. She was 1 of 1 from the field. Alyssa Maples had 2. She was 1 of 4 from the field. And then Hannah Arms started for the Lady Beavers. She had 1 point. She was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. As a team, the Lady Beavers were 15 of 54 from the field. They were 11 of 35 from two-point land, 4 of 19 from three-point land, and they were 8 of 12 from beyond from the charity stripe tonight. I'm not sure I gave the Lady Wildcats team stats. They were 27 of 61 from the field. They were 25 of 51, so just under 50% from two-point land. They were 2 of 10 from three-point land, and they were 12 of 14 from the free throw line. Lady Wildcats trailed at the end of the first quarter, 17 to 14, then outscored the Lady Beavers 18 to 7 in the second quarter to take a 32-24 lead at the half. In the third quarter, Lady Wildcats again outscored the Lady Beavers 14 to 8 this time to take a 46-32 lead into the fourth quarter, where in the fourth quarter the Lady Wildcats really opened up the lead, scoring 22 points and only giving up 10 to the Lady Beavers for a final score. Lady Wildcats victorious over the Lady Beavers 68-42. David?
Turn our attention now to the boys' game. The Wildcats and the Karns Beavers. Oak Ridge comes in at 18-3, 12-0 in the district. Karns struggling a bit. They come in at 5-9, 3-7 on the year. Like the Lady Wildcats, Oak Ridge will be hosting all of their district tournament games when it begins 2 weeks from now. But the Wildcats still have a goal of finishing the regular season with an undefeated district record. Oak Ridge has won 17 consecutive district games into tonight's game against Karns. Oak Ridge defeated Karns back in December 107-65. It was the 20th straight win by Oak Ridge over Karns dating back to 2013. Oak Ridge leads the series 94-27 dating back to 1946. Karns has struggled this season with their worst regular season record in years. Their wins have come against William Blount, Carter, Campbell County, Halls, and Anderson County. They have lost 4 straight into tonight's game, including 3 of the 4 teams that they beat earlier in the year, Halls, Campbell County, and Anderson County. They also lost to Clinton. Karns is next to last place in the district, and their streak of 7 straight region tournaments is in jeopardy unless they get hot in the District 3 tournament. As it stands now, they have a long road beginning in the having started the play-in ball game at the tournament. They have a young team, though, including a 6'7", 285-pound post player in Aiden Goins. He scored 18 points against Oak Ridge the first time the two teams played. He's a big force inside. Karns football superstar Deshaun Bishop also had a big night that night with 14 points. Former Karns player Stafford Shanklin led Oak Ridge with a career-high 30 points when we played him at the Wildcat Arena. Every Wildcat who played in the game scored. Jonathan Stewart, Darren Osborne, and Flip Thompson did not play because of injury on that particular night. Oak Ridge's next game will be at home against Campbell County on Friday. Campbell County is one of the hottest teams in the district right now, having won 4 straight games, and is doing so, and in doing so has moved into third place with their 6-6 district record. Oak Ridge defeated them 81-60 in Campbell County earlier this year. Oak Ridge will also host Catholic on Saturday. Oak Ridge leads that series 14-3, with the most recent game being in the 2019 Region 2 tournament. It was a win by Oak Ridge. Catholic was led by a 7-foot center that'll be hard to handle. Tonight, we're on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. PrepRadio.com and Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. We're about to have the starting lineups on this senior night here for the Karns Beavers. Mark, you've got the starting lineups.
Thank you very much. Starting for Karns tonight will be Rayleigh Henson, Bubba Faulkner, Jalen Roberts, Jaden Brown, and Griffin Cox. Starting out for the Wildcats, they'll come out with their regular starting five here, David. It'll be Stafford Shanklin, Jonathan Stewart, Kel Slater, Jonathan Milloway, and Jeremy Miller.
We're about to get set here at the Karns High School. They are not allowing the parents, grandparents, and siblings in the arena. There's a pretty good crowd on in here, and they had a very loud presence, honestly, in the girls' game. Their fans kept staying in the whole time, as did their team. Hopefully the boys will play better than the girls did, and as Coach told me. As Coach told me, Mark, whatever it is, the Lady Wildcats did not play well. Hopefully the guys will play well, because Karns has been struggling too on the boys' side.
Yeah, I was not able to attend the first time that they played. I think I was in quarantine based on the date of this game, so I didn't get to see the Beavers play the first time. But it looks like, looking at the score sheet, David, we really blew them out 107-55. So.
Yeah, it was a big win for the Wildcats, but you never know. I mean, Lady Wildcats should have perhaps blown out Karns in the girls' game. Here we go. It'll be Milloway to jump for the Wildcats, and I see the big guys not starting anymore for Karns. It'll be jumping for them, number 11, Jalen Roberts, 6'3" sophomore, against Milloway, the 6'7" senior, and we're about to have basketball here from Karns High School. Ball controlled by Karns. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. The Wildcats will get a side court just underway here from the Karns High School gym. District 3 action here. Wildcats have a big size advantage in this one as I look down on the floor here as I'll get their heights as the course of the game. The Wildcats with Stafford Shanklin and Jeremy Miller. Around it goes Jonathan Stewart. He launches a three to start the ball game. It's up, no good. Rebound Stafford Shanklin goes back up with a shot, no good. Rebounded again by the Wildcats. Now loose on the floor, picked up by the Wildcats, and Stafford gets a layup. Good. The rebound was pulled down by Rayleigh Henson, and then he just kind of scooted it over, and Stafford picked it up. Stafford scored 30 points the first time the two teams played as the Beavers come down the floor. Milloway blocks the shot with ease. Here come the Wildcats back the other way. Here comes Kel Slater. Kel gives it off to Jeremy Miller. Jeremy could have a big night tonight, and the Wildcats get another layup. Here it goes inside to Jonathan Stewart, and it's 4-0. He could have a milestone night here tonight. We'll talk about that during the course of the broadcast. Kel gets the steal. Here come the Wildcats back the other way. Wildcats with it to Kel Slater. Drives in, gives it into Stafford. Left-handed shot is up, no good. Rebounded, came over the back. Milloway did, but they didn't call the foul. They're just letting them play here. Great officiating in the girls' game. Hopefully we'll have the same in the boys. Here comes Karns down the floor. That is Bubba Faulkner, 5'11". He is a freshman. He works the ball to his right. Over it goes to number 20. That'll be Griffin Cox. Ball deflected and saved on the floor by Roberts. Roberts works the ball inside. They can't shoot from the free throw line. Now they kick it out to Brown, who won't take the three. And then Jeremy steals it and steps out of bounds with it. Good hustle by the Wildcats. A lot more active are the Wildcats in this defense against the Karns Beavers. It'll be Karns to work the ball inside front court. 6:35 to play. Here come the Beavers to work the ball in, and it comes, and then knocked out of bounds by Jonathan Stewart. 4-0 Oak Ridge. We are just underway here from Karns High School on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. The inbounds is an easy layup by Jalen Roberts, 6'3" sophomore. They're going with the youth tonight for sure, Mark. They've got a lot of young guys in the ballgame. Jeremy Miller on the baseline. His shot is on its way. Good. First 2 points of the night for Jeremy Miller. He steals the inbounds and gives it into Stafford. Stafford shoots off the glass and scores again. Back-to-back buckets for the Wildcats on the same possession, and it's now 8-2 Oak Ridge. Karns with the basketball. Oak Ridge pressuring in the rear court. Here come the Beavers down the floor. They're going to get the ball across the line. Over it goes to number 11, Roberts. He pulls up and shoots. That's no good. Rebounded by Kell. He's got Stafford. Stafford might have a dunk. Here he goes. He missed it. Rebounded by Karns. Pulled away by Bubba Faulkner. Back the other way will come the Beavers. They drive in. Blocked by Milloway. Out of bounds. Last touch by Jonathan Milloway. They're allowing contact, but just letting them play here as the Wildcats will get Lucas Searcy in the ball game for the first time. Stafford is going to check out. 8-2 Oak Ridge. Karns with the basketball. I'm going to check some of these numbers here. I don't know if Deshaun Mobley is going to play in this one. He's their big football star, you might remember. Their great big-time running back. As the Wildcats are going to get a deflection, the ball's knocked out by Karns. Last touch by Bubba Faulkner. And Coach Henson not too happy. He argues with the official, and nothing unusual there. Coach Henson is an arguer, and he's had a frustrating year. They've only won 5 ball games this year. The court is named for him, incidentally, right down below us as the Wildcats' Lucas Searcy works the ball inside of Milloway. Can't catch it cleanly. Taken on the floor by Karns. Griffin Cox with the basketball. Down the floor goes to Faulkner. Bubba Faulkner, 5'11". I mentioned he is a freshman, picked up by Kell Slater. They're going with the youth movement, obviously, because they've struggled so much, Mike.
Yeah, as I said, Dave, I haven't been able to watch them this year, but, we'll see what their youth does. I mean, Oak Ridge has an 8-2 lead right now.
Karns works the ball down low, gets the shot blocked by Milloway, knocked out again by Jonathan. The shot was missed by Brown, Jaden Brown, 6'1" junior. They're going to substitute now the ball game. Walter Lockhart comes in the ball game. Oak Ridge on top 8-2, 5:04 to play first period here from Karns. Beavers with 5 seconds to get it in. They're going to have the ball knocked out again, this time either by Lucas, Jeremy, or Jonathan. Wildcats are going to get Jamison Updegraft in the ball game. Kell Slater is going to check out. It'll be Karns ball. Underneath the goal to work the ball in will be Bubba Faulkner. 8-2 Wildcats. Karns ball. Yet to get it in. They fire it in. Then it comes back to Faulkner, right corner against Jonathan Stewart. Nearly stripped of the ball. He saves it. Jonathan stays on him. Here comes Faulkner. Pulls up. Baseline jumper is an air ball. No good. Milloway on the rebound. Milloway pushes it up to Jeremy Miller. One dribble. He goes in for the shot. No good. Tip back up. No good. Taken away by Karns. Couple bunnies missed. Here come the Beavers down the floor. They get a wide open three. It's way off the mark. Jeremy on the rebound. Wildcats on a 3-on-1. Jeremy leading it all the way down the floor to Jonathan Stewart for the shot. No good. He's going to be fouled. Personal foul is going to be called against number 20 for them, Griffin Cox. Did I see that wrong? That looked like a clean block to me, but
I think it was a foul because it kind of Jonathan Stewart kind of came up. He's like got it in the face, I believe, because he's kind of having a hard time seeing right now.
Yeah, I saw Cox immediately go to him and apologize, which is very sportsmanlike, as Jonathan Stewart goes to the free throw line. Jonathan, on the year for the Wildcats, is a 59.1% free throw shooter. Oak Ridge 8, Karns 2. Tosses up, no good. 4:33 to play. The Lady Wildcats won their ball game today by a big number, but didn't particularly play particularly well. 68-42 was the final score. As Jonathan Stewart goes back to the free throw line, looks at the toss, puts it up there, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Henson. Down the floor will come the Beavers, moving left to right, trailing Oak Ridge 8-2. They get the ball across the line to Cox. Griffin Cox comes cross court. They'll drive the baseline. I thought they were. Now Cox will launch a three. It's up. Good. 3-point shot by the little guy. They list him at 5'8", and it's a 3-point game, 8-5. Jonathan Stewart into Milloway. He has big advantage inside, and he just scores with ease over the top of number 21, Walter Lockhart. Here comes Karns down the floor. Bubba Faulkner trapped, works the ball to his left. They work the ball to the corner, back to Cox. Cox swings the ball top of the circle. Here goes Henson. Henson holds the ball and gives it back to Roberts. Jalen Roberts, 6'3" sophomore, works the ball to his right to number 21 once again. That's Lockhart. I don't even remember most of these guys from the first ball game, Mark, as they set for a long three again. good. 3-point shot this time by Henson. That's a couple threes in this one, and it's a 2-point game. 10-8 our score, 3:35 to play. Here comes Oak Ridge. Jamison Updegraff with the basketball. Here it goes to Lucas to Jonathan Stewart. He's going to shoot a three. It's partially rejected. Here come the Beavers down the floor. They can take the lead with a three or tie with a two. 3:20 to play first quarter, 10-8 our score. Wildcats trying to remain undefeated in District 3 play. Struggling a little bit against Karns as the Beavers get a baseline jumper. It's on its way. No good. Jonathan on the rebound. Jonathan Stewart pushes it up the floor, straight down the middle of the floor. Stripped of the ball. Saved there by Lucas Searcy. Lucas to Jeremy. He gets an easy layup. Kind of floats it up there and drops in his 4th point. Nobody cut off the baseline there, and here come the Beavers down the floor. Karns with it against the press. They'll work the ball with Cox. Cox about to be stripped of the ball and is by Jamison Updegraff. Jamison coming down the floor. Jamison all the way to the hole. Shot is no good. Didn't really have a good look at it, and then there's a jump ball. The alternate possession arrow will give them the ball. 2:40 to play first quarter. Oak Ridge by 4. Kel Slater back in the ball game. Coming out of the game will come Jeremy Miller. Stafford Shanklin also back in. The Wildcats going with the big lineup right now. Karns brings in another guy, number 40 in the ball game. I believe it's number 40, and he doesn't appear on my roster as they work the ball down the floor. They'll drive it in, unable to shoot. They back it up once again to Bubba Faulkner. Looking at their roster up here on the scoreboard, he is not on their roster either. Here comes number 40 with the basketball. He's got a head of red hair, I can tell you that, as they work the ball to the right. He thought about shooting. Kicks the ball back out once again. Here's a three-pointer. It's good. 3-point shot. They've hit 3. That's Jalen Roberts, and it's a 1-point game. 12-11 the score. Jamison Updegraff. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Karns. So the Wildcats have given up 3 threes. Coach Green will not be happy, I can tell you that. Oak Ridge by 1. 2:09 to play in the first period. It's a Karns team that's only won 5 ball games all year. Kel Slater with it, top of the circle. The Wildcats to Stafford Shanklin, to Lucas. Lobs it in the Milloway. Ball knocked out by Karns. Last touch by the Beavers, number 21. That'll be Walker Lockhart, 6'3" freshman. As Oak Ridge substitutes Nick Dallas in the ball game, and Jonathan Milloway will check out. Early substitution for Nick. Let's see what he can do at the post. Kel works it into Stafford. Stafford goes up for the shot. No good. Rebounded by Karns. It's a 1-point game. They've got numbers. Bounce pass intercepted by Jamison. Number 11, Jalen Roberts, gives it over to Kel. Kel's going to drive in. Shot good, then he's fouled. Personal foul will go against Walker Lockhart. That's going to send Oak Ridge to the free throw line with 1 shot. Minute 50 to play first quarter. 3-point Wildcat lead. Good play on the other end by Jamison Updegraff. One thing that Jamison will give you, that is effort. He comes down, plays hard all the time, came down the floor, and when they had numbers, he got a steal away, and the Wildcats set it in motion back the other way to have an opportunity for a 3-point play. Kel Slater hit the bucket, trying to make it a 3-point play right here. The lefty puts it up there, missed it. Rebounded by Karns and knocked out of bounds off the knee of number 14 of Karns, Jaden Brown. Good defensive play by Jonathan Stewart. Oak Ridge ball in a 14-11 ball game. Jonathan will work it in from the baseline. Yet to be handed the ball, has to go to where the official wants him to get it, and he does. Jonathan smiles, and whatever he said, here's the lob, and it comes to Kel Slater. 14-11 Oak Ridge, a minute 45 to play first period. Oak Ridge ball, left side, Jeremy Miller, 3-pointer, left side, no good. On the rebound, Karns. Then Jeremy knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Karns basketball. Wildcats on top by 3, a minute 38 to play in this one. First quarter of this one, I should say, from Karns High School. Wildcats will play Campbell County at home on Friday. A week from tonight, the Wildcats are at home against the Cleveland Blue Raiders. It should be a great night of basketball as Karns works it against Oak Ridge's press, and they'll set up their offense. Number 14 with the basketball, that's Jaden Brown. Backs it over to Bubba Faulkner, 5'11", freshman. Drives the paint, kicks it into number 14, drives against Nick, shoots over him, no good. They get the rebound. Stafford blocks it out of bounds. It'll be Karns basketball. Oak Ridge has a size advantage for sure, as the Beavers will try to work the ball in. To work the ball in for them will be Bubba Faulkner once again. From the baseline with Stafford in his face. Holds it, now fires it in. Number 40 shoots, good, and he's fouled. Foul's going to be called against Nick Dallas. They can tie it at the free throw line. Wildcats have Jonathan Milloway out of the ball game right now. 14-13 our score. 1:13 to play in the first period. Here comes Jonathan. As a free throw is missed, the Wildcats maintain the lead by 1. 14-13 our score. Wildcat ball. Jonathan Stewart for 3, no good. Rebound, Stafford Shanklin. Wildcats set it up once again. Stafford thought about a 3, gives it back out to Miller. The Wildcats trying to move the ball around the perimeter. Jonathan Stewart comes cross court to Jeremy. He had Stafford early, finds Kell free, cannot shoot. Jonathan thought about it. Inside, Nick Dallas drives right, throws the ball into Jeremy Miller in the right corner. Inside, nice. Jonathan, little 5-footer, good. Nice pass by Jeremy Miller, and nice bucket by Jonathan Stewart. But then Karns beats Oak Ridge down the floor. But they can't hit the layup. Nick Dallas has the rebound. Nick down the floor to Jeremy Miller. Jeremy coast to coast, lost the dribble, picked up on the floor by Karns, and stolen back by Stafford. Stafford Shanklin with the basketball to Kell Slater. Oak Ridge by 3, 16-13, 21 seconds to play in the first period. Jonathan Stewart in the corner, back to Stafford against the zone, dribbles in, penetrates, shoots, good. Nice little jumper by Stafford at the free throw line. Coach Green not happy about it though. 8 seconds to play. Here come the Beavers down the floor. Number 40 against Nick Dallas. Works the ball to Bubba Faulkner for 3, and he hit it. 3-point shot. Their 4th of the quarter, and Oak Ridge leads by 2 after 1, 18-16. We'll be back to Karns in 60 seconds. Test. Welcome back once again to Karns High School. The Wildcats on top 18-16 as we start play here in the second period. The Wildcats had the ball. Kell Slater, Lucas Searcy, Jonathan Stewart in the ball game. Jonathan Milloway. Kell's in the corner, throws the ball inside of Jeremy, spinning 5-footer off the glass, good. Jeremy Miller now has 6 points in the ball game. 20-16, Oak Ridge by 4, 7:40 to play in the second quarter. With the basketball will come the Beavers. Down the floor with it will come Griffin Cox. Cox throws the ball across the way, deflected and knocked out of bounds by Jonathan Stewart. Wildcats by 4, 20-16. Wildcats trying to win their 19th game of the year. Karns trying to win their 6th. Karns basketball, side front court. It'll be Henson to work the ball in, and it comes to Roberts, Jalen Roberts. Guarded by Oak Ridge. They got the big guy in the ball game now. That's Aiden Goins. He's going to launch one from way downtown. No good. Lucas has the rebound to Jonathan Stewart. Wildcats want to run. Jonathan Milloway down the floor, but the pass a little bit too hard, a little bit too high, and it goes off the fingertips of Milloway out of bounds. Karns basketball. To work the ball in will be Henson. Henson from the baseline. Has the ball knocked out by Jonathan Stewart. 7:17 to play in the first half. We're streaming on YouTube on our Prep Radio channel. We're also on Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. We're on FM 92.7, FM 94.7 as Karns turns the ball over on the inbounds, I believe. Or it was a last touch by Jeremy. It will be Oak Ridge's ball. Jonathan Stewart will work it in at the end of the Karns bench to our left as Oak Ridge works it in to the point guard Kell Slater. Kell around a screen, works it over to Lucas Searcy. Searcy to Jonathan, works the ball to his right, comes back to his left though with a pass to Kell. Kell to Jonathan, has Lucas in the corner, didn't give it to him, goes into Milloway. His shot is no good, partially rejected and taken away by Karns. Here come the Beavers down the floor. Wildcats back on defense, up by 4. Karns basketball out to the top of it, goes to number 20. That'll be Griffin Cox. Cox dribbles in, has a 3, shoots it. no good. Rebound, tip, and saved by Oak Ridge. Lucas Searcy to Milloway, to Kel Slater, to the hole. Shot is up. It is good, and he's fouled. A hard foul. Let's hope Kel's okay. He took a nasty tumble. It was a great drive between about 5 white shirts, including the 6'7", 285-pounder Aiden Goins. Fouls called against number 20 for them, Griffin Cox, and Kell will go to the free throw line. Down the floor with the basketball will come the Beavers. Oak Ridge on top, 23-16. In the rear court, Jonathan almost with a steal. They're trapping Bubba. He tries to get out of it, and he does. Here it goes to Cox. Cox got it by Jeremy Miller. Works the ball to the big guy. Aiden Goins holds it. Looks to his right. Wants to drive. Does. Stripped to the ball. When a big guy puts the ball down on the floor, he better be conscious if there's little guys standing around him. And that time, Aiden was bound and determined to go in there, but Kell just swatted it away off his body. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. 6:18 to play here in the second quarter. 23-16 Wildcats. Lucas Searcy for three. No good. On the rebound, last touched by Oak Ridge. It'll be the Beavers with the basketball. Karns trailing 23-16. Karns will try to work the ball in. Wildcats have not played this team since December as the ball's knocked out again by Jonathan Stewart. They played way back in, I think it was December the 11th, and Oak Ridge won, scored 107 points. This is a low-scoring affair in this one. Obviously, different kind of a ball game. Here comes Bubba down the floor, has trouble with his dribble, works out of the trap, and then has his pass deflected, saved by Roberts. Roberts works the ball, left side, cross court it goes to Goins. Goins' shot is good. Goins had 18 on us the last time. Oak Ridge's lead is 5. 23-18 the score. Jeremy Miller with the basketball. Into Jonathan Stewart, 5-footer. Hits the rim, no good. Tipped back up by Milloway. Milloway goes in for the shot, no good. Tipped and rebounded by Karns, knocked out by Lucas Searcy. 5:37 to play second quarter. Here comes Stafford Shanklin back in the ball game. 23-18 the score. Coach Green is telling to come down and guard the big guy, and here comes Karns down the floor. With it will come J.J. Faulkner. Faulkner throws the ball away. The Oak Ridge basketball coming back the other way. Karns has got a lot of young players that I have not seen play, did not play in the first game, and I'm still wanting to know where Medley is. Deshaun Medley. He hasn't gotten into the ball game yet. Number 12 is even down. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Here it goes to Jonathan Stewart. Stewart with it inside to Stafford. Stafford goes in for the shot. No good. The shot was altered by the big guy Goins, and here comes Karns down the floor. Beavers with it. Quickly. Down the floor goes number 3. Blocked. And a foul call against Jonathan Stewart. 5:10 to play in the second quarter. 23-18 the score. He alters a lot of shots. Mark, he's big. They list him at 6'7". He weighs 285 pounds. He is a sophomore. He just alters things down there.
Yeah, he does. Great job of it. Going to the line for the Beavers.
Going to the line for the Beavers, Dave, is number 3, J.J. Faulkner. His first free throw is up, no good, but you're exactly right. Milloway able to alter a lot of shots. He's an intimidating presence down there on the floor.
Faulkner's second toss is up, good. Faulkner is 5'9", 137 pounds. He is a sophomore. 23-19, the Wildcats on top. Here comes Jonathan Stewart down the floor to Kel Slater. Back to Jeremy Miller. Jeremy looks to Jonathan at the free throw line, gives it over to Kel. Back to Jonathan Milloway. Milloway holds it, gives it off to Jonathan Stewart, but they need his outside shooting. Missed it, no good. Rebound, Milloway. Then he lost it. Saved on the floor by Karns. Just taken right out of Jonathan Milloway's hands, and here come the Beavers down the floor. 4:43 to play second quarter. We scored 107 points on these guys the last time we played. We've only scored 23 to this point, about halfway through the second period. Karns with the basketball. Here it goes to Henson. Henson out to the top of the circle to Lockhart. Lockhart guarded by Stafford. Works it out of Goins. Goins looks like he wants to shoot every time he gets the ball. Puts the ball on the floor again and then uses his body. He does shoot. Up good. Got a nice little shot for a left-handed shooter and a big guy, and a timeout is asked for by Karns. Oak Ridge by 1, 23-22 our score, back in 60 seconds.
Why are we not into these games?
I don't know.
Is it because it's Karns?
I guess so. I'll was hoping Shanklin was going to have a homecoming.
Welcome back once again to Karns High School. David Clary, Marquez, Jordan Osborne, Christian Rosas Rodriguez. The Wildcats work the ball inside for a shot. It's up, no good, but a foul is going to be called against Karns, and I believe Stafford Shanklin will go to the free throw line. Nope. Yep, it is going to be Stafford at the line. What's Stafford done so far?
Shanklin at the line, C2.
This will be his first attempt from the free throw line today. He had 6 points in the ball game.
Had 30 in the win in December at the Wildcat Arena. Oak Ridge back by 2, 24-22, playing with Jeremy Miller, Jonathan Stewart, Stafford Shanklin. He misses that toss, rebounded by Goins. Down the floor will come the Beavers. Wildcats have Jonathan Milloway and Kel Slater as well in the ballgame. Here comes the big guy, Aiden Goins, down the floor. 285 pounds. Holds the ball, gives it over to Henson. Henson left side to Faulkner. Faulkner drives outside the line against Jeremy Miller. Swings the ball to his left. They drive in, a little hand check there. They work the ball to number 40. We need to find out who number 40 is. He holds the ball. Looks to his right, looks to his left, fires it out to the corner. Here it goes to Lockhart. Here's a steal by Oak Ridge's Jonathan Stewart to Stafford Shanklin. Stafford works the ball down the floor, coast to coast, gives it into Jonathan Stewart. Great pass by Stafford Shanklin. Jonathan Stewart gets the bucket, and Oak Ridge's lead is back to 4. 26-22 the score. Here come the Beavers down the floor. Associated Press poll came out today. The Wildcats, as Jonathan reaches in and picks the pocket, and I think they're going to call a foul against Henson. That's going to be the call. The coach's son. Jonathan picked his pocket, then he reached in, and a little bit of contact there, and Coach Henson argues once again, tells him to be quiet, and it'll be Oak Ridge basketball as a timeout is asked for by Coach Green. Earlier tonight, Mark, the Lady Wildcats were victorious. They didn't play well, didn't rebound well, but they did win the ball game, and they're now 13-0 in district play.
Yeah, they did. It was, you and I were both frustrated during the game, but they opened it up really in the fourth quarter for a nice victory tonight, 68-42. Lady Wildcats were victorious tonight. We have 3:17 remaining in the first half of the boys' game. Wildcats lead by 4, 26-22.
Big night for Kamari Mitchell-Steen in that girls' game. I believe she had 39 points. I believe that is a career high for Kamari. And so really, as Coach Taylor told me, she challenged the rest of the team. She didn't think the rest of the team really was playing hard, so she challenged her as the leader of the team to take it on her shoulders, and she did, honestly.
Yeah, she often does, David. I mean, she is just such a spark out there on the court for the Lady Wildcats. It's really a lot of fun to watch her play.
Lady Wildcats win the win. Here's Jonathan Stewart for 3. It's up, no good. Rebounded by the Beavers. They're going to come down the floor. Here comes the shot. It's going to be blocked, and a foul called against Oak Ridge. Wildcats struggling a bit from three-point range. Jonathan, really the last 2 or 3 ball games, has struggled shooting the ball. But, if Jonathan's not shooting the ball well from 3, he's contributing on defense with, usually guarding the best player on the other team. And he's also an effective passer, one of the best. He's led the team in assists the last 2 years. Believe it or not, he leads the team in assists this year.
Yeah, which is typically what you want out of your point guard. So, great job by Jonathan. But you're exactly right. I mean, what he doesn't give you on the offense, typically he will definitely give you on the defensive end of the ballgame.
One of the 2 shots hit at the free throw line. The Wildcat lead is 26-23. Oak Ridge ball. Kel Slater with it. Jeremy Miller to Lucas Searcy. Wildcats have struggled from the perimeter. The girls couldn't hit threes today as Jamison Updegraft has Milloway in the paint. Looks to shoot. No place to go. Backs it up to Lucas. His three-pointer is blocked out of bounds. It'll be Wildcat basketball. Lucas didn't really shoot it quick enough. I think when he first got it, probably should have elected to shoot it then. Wildcats do have the ball back, up by 3. Wildcats have got to move a little bit. Jamison Updegraff with it inside of Milloway. Drives in for the layup. Good. Great pass by Jeremy Miller. Give him the assist, and Oak Ridge's lead is 5. 28-23 the score. Here's a steal by Oak Ridge. Kel Slater to the hole. No good. Jamison Updegraff, no good. Back up will go Jeremy Miller, and that was a foul. That should have been a foul on the other end. Now, I've given them credit most of the ball game. That was a foul by Jeremy for sure, but he was fouled when he went up for the shot. So first time I've really had a disagreement with it, but Jeremy definitely committed that foul, as we've got a little bit of a problem. They're trying to get the cops' attention and a little bit slow moving. I think he had fallen asleep there, Mark.
I'm assuming that there will be a fan ejected from the stands.
Yeah, it looks like it. I don't think he really wants to do it. They're wandering over. It looks like they're going to a parent, and not exactly sure what the. And let's get a shot of that as they're having a little argument in the stands there with a police officer and a fan, whether it be an Oak Ridge fan or a Karns fan. The athletic director is also involved with it. There's a police officer who wasn't really watching and had to be called 2 or 3 times to come over and get his attention. Whatever the situation is, I think everybody is going to stay in the gym because I don't think they're really sure who it was. I believe. I'm not sure. Whatever just happened, it's over, and here comes Karns down the floor. Wildcats on top by 5, 28-23. Wildcats have Jamison Updegraff in the ball game. Jonathan Milloway, the big guy, is going to drive against Milloway. Goes in for the shot. Good. Just muscled his way up there, and the Wildcats have the basketball. Their lead is 3, 28-25. Oak Ridge, Kel Slater, 5-footer. Good. Kel just drives in, gets a nice little jumper, and down the floor will come the Wildcat. Their lead is 5 once again. 30-25 the score. A near steal by Lucas. Ball's picked up by Goins. Goins works the ball to Faulkner. Around the left side, he goes out for Faulkner. He's going to drive in, kick it out to the big guy Goins for 3. It's no good. Milloway on the rebound. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. He's a multi-talented player. Lucas Searcy drives in, no place to go. Back to Kel it goes. Kel back to Searcy, inside of Jeremy, turning, spinning, fadeaway 5-footer is good. Jeremy now has 8, I believe, in the ball game. 1:25 to play in the second quarter. Oak Ridge by 7. Here come the Beavers down the floor, all the way in number 40. Block shot. Great hustle. Lucas Searcy blocks it. Here come the Wildcats. Kel Slater down the floor. Kel dribbles, drives, gives it to Jamison Updegraff for 3. Good. 3-point shot for Jamison. His first 3 points, and Coach Henson calls a timeout. 1:09 to play here in the second quarter. Oak Ridge by 10, 35-25. Take a break. We'll be back in 30 seconds. And we appreciate all of our sponsors on our streaming on YouTube, on our radio broadcast on FM 92.7, on prepradio.com, and Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. Oak Ridge with its biggest lead, 10 points, 35-25. Big shot by Jamison Updegraff just a moment ago. Karns with the basketball, exactly 1 minute to play here in the first period, or first half, I'm sorry. Goins with the basketball, guarded by Milloway. Looks like he wants to take Milloway again. He's going to shoot a 3. It's good. 3-point shot. The big guy can shoot. He's good rebounder. And here come the Wildcats down the floor. Here's Kel all the way in. Stops. Gives it out to Jeremy Miller. Jeremy turning, spinning, driving. Gives it in to Milloway. Milloway goes in for the shot. He's tied up. The alternate possession arrow will give the ball to Karns. 33.5 seconds. There, he was surrounded by 3 different white shirts as the Wildcat lead is 35-28 over the Beavers. Karns will work the ball in. Got to watch Godins here. They're going to give it to Godins. I mean, he's been their go-to guy here.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? I'm surprised he didn't start, David, but he's already got 10 points for the Beavers, and, I mean, he's got a nice shot.
7-point Wildcat lead, 23 seconds to play. With the basketball will come J.J. Faulkner. Drives in. That's a charge. It is. Set up nicely by Jamison Updegraff with 17.6 seconds. He argues the point, but there's no way in the world that Jamison wasn't there for a long, long period of time. Coach Henson's not arguing, but it'll be Oak Ridge basketball. 35-28 the score. The Wildcats with an opportunity to get the final shot here. Walking the ball up the floor will come Kel Slater. 15 seconds to play. The Wildcats will host Campbell County on Friday. We'll have the stream. Wildcats Millaway to Jamison. Down to 7 seconds. The Wildcats lob it down inside to Millaway for the shot. Missed it. Lost it again. On the alley-oop, they get a mid-quarter. It's on its way. It's no good as the first half comes to a close. So, not a great way to finish the first half. The Wildcats got the play they wanted, just didn't execute it well, but they do lead by 7, Mark, 35-28. Your thoughts?
A really nice second quarter for the Wildcats, David. They only they only gave up 12 points, and they scored, looks like 17. So, a positive of 5 points for the Wildcats there in the second quarter.
Let's take a break here. 7-point Oak Ridge lead, 35-28. There was no junior varsity ball game today. We did have a Lady Wildcats game against the Lady Beavers, and Oak Ridge won. We'll have a full recap of that scoring, in that ball game as the cheerleaders for Karns are performing down on the floor there. And it'll be Oak Ridge in a 35-28 lead. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Go Wildcats. What's that? Actually, they're not as good. He's gone with the youth movement. What's that? I don't know.
Big guy, too.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. We are back here at Karns High School. Friday night, the Wildcats will be hosting the Campbell County Cougars. Fans will be allowed into the Wildcat Arena. That includes students and just general fans in general, but you got to understand you've got to social distance, you've got to wear your mask the entire time, and your temperature will be checked at the door. In Knox County, they're not allowing the fans in the gym right now in terms of the just general population and the students. And but they are allowing obviously the parents and grandparents and such in the gym, and the crowd's been pretty big. Oak Ridge has a good turnout of fans here, but it'll be good to see a normal crowd at the Wildcat Arena Friday night when they take on Campbell County, including our cheerleaders. Mark, you've got the scoring in the first half.
Thanks very much, David. Oak Ridge led in scoring by Jeremy Miller. He has 8 points in the ball game, 4 of 6 from the field. With 7 is Kel Slater. He's 3 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Also with 7, Stafford Shanklin, 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Jonathan Stewart has added 6 for the Wildcats. He's 3 of 9 from the field. 4 points by Jonathan Milloway, so kind of off night for him. With his size, they typically try to get it into him. They tried an alley-oop late, but it just didn't quite work. But he's 2 of 5 from the field, and then rounding out the scoring for the Wildcats, Jamison Uptigraph has 3 points. He's 1 of 2 from the field. Obviously, that one from beyond the three-point line. As a team, the Wildcats in the first half are 16 of 37 from the field. They're 15 of 28 from two-point land, 1 of 9 from beyond the three-point line, and 2 of 6 from the free throw line. Remember the 1 of 9 from three-point land, because we'll compare that to Karns here in just a minute. Leading scorer for the Beavers is Aiden Goins. He has 10 points. He's 4 of 6 from the field. He has 2 three-pointers. With 5 points for the Beavers is Jalen Roberts. He's 2 of 6 from the field. 4 points added by Bubba Faulkner. He's 1 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Rayleigh Henson has 3 points. He's 1 of 1 from beyond the three-point line. Griffin Cox also with 3 points for the Beavers. He's 1 of 2 from beyond the three-point line. Kason Huffaker, he's number 40. He has 2 points. He's 1 of 3 from the field. And rounding out the scoring, number 3, J.J. Faulkner has 1 point. He's 1 of 2 from the line. So as a team, the Karns Beavers are 10 of 25 from the field. They're 4 of 14 from the from two-point land. They're 6 of 11 from three-point land. So just over 50% from three-point land is Karns. So interesting stat there. And they're 2 of 5 from the free throw line. Oak Ridge led at the end of the first quarter, 18-16, and then, as I said earlier, outscored the Beavers 17-12 in the second quarter to take a halftime lead of 35-28. Lady Wildcats were victorious earlier tonight by a final score of 68-42. Leading scorer for the Lady Wildcats was Kamari Mitzelstein. She had 39. Gracie Heron also in double figures with 11. Samaj Clark added 8. Cannon Green had 6. And Hope Holt had 4. Lady Wildcats trailed at the end of the first quarter, 17-14, then outscored the Lady Beavers 18-7 in the second quarter, take a 32-24 lead at the half. They again outscored the Lady Beavers 14-8 in the third quarter, take a 46-32 lead into the third quarter, or fourth quarter rather, and then blew out the Lady Beavers in the fourth quarter, outscoring them 22-10 for a 68-42 lead. David?
We're going to take a quick timeout. Oak Ridge on top here in the boys' game at halftime, 35-28. We'll be back to Karns in 2 minutes.
They're in Beaverland.
Can we do the girls too? We didn't do the final score on the girls.
I just did that.
Oh, I mean on the Twitter.
Oh, you'll have to pull it up.
I'll do that for you when. There's a little Jeremy's little brother. Little kid over there. Welcome back once again to Karns High School. The second half about to get set. Oak Ridge by 7. The Wildcats will come out with Stafford Shanklin, Kale Slater, Jeremy Miller, Jonathan Milloway, Jonathan Stewart. And we're underway. The Wildcats have the ball first, up by 7. With the basketball will come Kel Slater. Works the ball to his right, gives it over to Miller. Jeremy Miller swings the ball to his left to Jonathan Stewart. Looks to Jonathan Milloway and finds Kel free. Back to Jeremy. Jeremy launches a 3. It's on its way. Good! 3-point shot. And on that shot, he has just scored his 1,000th career point, making him the 23rd Wildcat of all time to score 1,000 points in Oak Ridge High School history on a 3-point shot. Congratulations to Jeremy Miller. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Kel Slater has the ball knocked out of bounds. Last touched, they say, by Oak Ridge. 7:24 to play. 1,000 points in his career.
What a phenomenal milestone, David. Elite group of Oak Ridge athletes to be able to hit that milestone.
Here come the Beavers down the floor once again. Out to the top it goes to Henson. The Wildcats have extended their defense a bit. Here it goes to Faulkner. Faulkner backs up. Wildcats on top by 10, 38-28 the score. With the basketball will come number 11. That'll be Jalen Roberts. Roberts holds the ball, swings the ball to his right. Over it goes to Faulkner. Faulkner on a bounce pass on a deflection by Milloway. Saved by Karns, and a foul is going to be called against Jonathan Stewart. Coach Green didn't like it. It looked like he got him with the body. I thought he did. Coach Green didn't like it, and that's his 3rd foul.
Yeah, I agree. He got him with the body, David. I don't dispute that call. I think it was a good call, but he was definitely moving. So, and to the free throw line, we'll go J.J. Faulkner. He has 1 point in the ball game. He's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Now 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He has 2 points as the Wildcats lead 38-29 with 6:54 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Second free throw up and good.
Wildcat lead is 8, 38-8 the score. Here come the Beavers down the floor. Here it goes to Jonathan Stewart. They continue to give him threes as Jeremy's going to drive in, penetrate, no place to go but back. Backs it up with a pass over to Jonathan Stewart for 3. Shooter's got to shoot. Rebounded by Stafford. Stafford takes 1 dribble, shoots it right back up. Good, then he's fouled. That's what the Wildcats have got to do, something the Lady Wildcats struggled with, and that was with offensive rebounds. That time they did get it, and Stafford has an opportunity for a 3-point play.
Stafford Shanklin has an opportunity to get to 10 points. He's now at 9. We talked during the break, David. I'd kind of like to see this be a homecoming night for Stafford Shanklin.
Had 30 the last time we played, and he knocks that one down, and the Wildcat lead is its biggest, 11, 41-30 the score. Here come the Beavers down the floor. They work the ball across to Big Goins. Goins works the ball inside. Not only can he shoot, he also can pass. Nice little pass over to number 5, Bubba Faulkner, and here come the Wildcats down the floor. Shanklin with the basketball. Around it goes to Oak Ridge's Jonathan Milloway. Looks to drive, looks to shoot, looks to score. Missed it, gets his own rebound. He's fouled by Goins. Personal foul will be called against the big guy, Goins, and that'll send Milloway to the free throw line. Jonathan on the season is a 63.8% free throw shooter.
Tonight he has 4 points in the ball game, Dave, and this will be his first attempt from the free throw line.
41-32 Wildcats, 6:13 to play, 3rd period. Shot is up, no good. Wildcats not as sharp as they were against the Clinton Dragons the other night, but just having trouble getting up for it, honestly. Tosses up, good. Jonathan hits the shot. It's a 10-point game. Wildcats in the lead, 42-32, 6:12 to play. The Wildcats have already won the district on the boys and the girls, as the Wildcats almost got a steal there. Here come the Beavers with the basketball. Aiden Goins for 3, good. Aiden Goins, 6'7", 285 with a sweet little shot here, Mark.
He's got 13 points, David, 9 of them from beyond the 3-point line.
They tried to get the ball inside the Milloway. The Wildcats turned the ball over, back to a 7-point game, 42-35. This is a team we scored 107 points on first time we played them back in December. I know that was a long time ago, but the Wildcats, a lot of standing around here. Here's Karns out to the top of the circle. He goes to Faulkner. Faulkner to Goins once again. Let's see if he wants to take Milloway once again. Milloway comes up aggressively, defends him this time, backs it up. Once again, it goes off to Faulkner. Faulkner drives in, nearly lost the ball, and a reach-in foul is going to be called, I think, against Kel Slater. Oak Ridge fans not too happy with it, and it'll be, once again, the personal foul called against Kel. That'll be his 2nd. It'll be the Beavers with the basketball underneath the goal. To work the ball in will be Faulkner. J.J. Faulkner tries to lob it in, throws the ball away. Intercepted by Jonathan Stewart. Stewart has Lucas Searcy, but he throws the ball into Jeremy Miller, who drives in for the layup. Good. Wasn't the way they drew it up, but it was effective as the Wildcats lead 44-35. Here comes Big Goins. Goins going to drive. Goins going to shoot. Short. Tip back up, no good. They get the rebound again, no good. This time Goins can't pull down the board. Who are they going to call the foul on this time? It's going to go against Lucas Searcy, I believe, and that'll be for Lucas, his first personal foul. Team foul number 3 called against the Wildcats, I do believe.
Yes.
It'll be Karns basketball underneath the goal. Wildcats on top 44-35. Beaver ball. Here it goes to Faulkner. JJ, sophomore player, works the ball down the left side to Bubba Faulkner. His brother, I would assume, goes in for the shot, scores. Nice ball movement by Bubba Faulkner, the freshman, and the Wildcat lead is 44-37. Here comes Oak Ridge. It's kind of going through the motions here, Mark, kind of like we saw in the girls' game.
Yeah, definitely uninspired basketball by the Wildcats tonight, both girls and boys. There's a nice shot there by Lucas Searcy for 3.
And Coach Green calls a timeout. Oak Ridge on top as they put the score on the wrong side of the scoreboard. They're going to have to change that. They put the score up on the board for the Beavers. They'll have to change that, and they do. Mark, Kamari Mitchell-Steen, big night tonight, 39 points.
Yeah, another milestone for her tonight, David, as she passed a couple players, I believe.
Cynthia Dunnigan and Jennifer McGinnis,
yeah.
2 of the greatest of all time for sure.
Oh yeah, I remember watching both of those. Jennifer McGinnis especially, man, what a force she was. And I remember when she graduated, she got a full ride at Duke. She didn't stay there the entire time, but anytime you can get a scholarship like that, it's very notable.
Cynthia Dunnigan went to Ohio State to play ball, so both of them had really big scholarships. And unfortunately, we lost Cynthia to cancer last year. Unfortunately, too young for sure. 44-37, the Wildcats almost with a steal as Jeremy Miller and Kell were reaching in. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Oak Ridge. 4.5 minutes to play third quarter. 47-37 is our score. Ball's worked in, and it comes to J.J. Faulkner. He's going to accelerate across the time stripe, drive in, kick it out to the corner. They shoot a 3, short. Rebound, Jonathan Stewart. Stewart with the board for the Wildcats. To Kel Slater, drives the floor, drives to the hole, shoots and scores. Great drive that time. Just a little bit too quick for Aiden Goins that time, and here come the Beavers down the floor. 12-point Oak Ridge lead. Lucas nearly a steal, and Lucas gets trucked as he reaches in. I think they're going to call a personal foul, and the Wildcats are going to get Jamison Updegraft in the ball game, and checking out, I think, will come Lucas. Wildcats get Stafford Shanklin in the ballgame. Milloway checks out. 49-37 Oak Ridge. 4:08 to play third quarter. Campbell County on Friday, Catholic on Saturday. A week from tonight at home against Cleveland. Fans will be allowed in the Wildcat Arena, so if you're listening to us or watching this, if you want to watch the Wildcats and Lady Wildcats play, your first opportunity will be Friday when they entertain Campbell County in the final district game of the year. Wildcats after tonight will only have 4 games remaining, and there are 4 really tough games. 3-point shot up and good by Griffin Cox. That's at least 3 for him. 3 threes in the ballgame, maybe 4. 2, he says, as the ball's worked down the floor and a foul's going to be called. It'll be the Wildcats going to the free throw line, I believe. Let's see. I think Jonathan Stewart is the man who is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. 3:45 to play third quarter. 9-point lead. The Wildcats just can't shake Karns.
No, they can, as Jonathan Stewart goes to the line with 6 points, Dave. He's 0 of 2 from the line tonight. First shot's up and good. He connects finally here in the second half. We have now 7 points in the ballgame as the Wildcats have a 10-point lead, 50-40.
59% free throw shooter. Back in the game for the Beavers, number 11, Jalen Roberts, 6'3" sophomore. It's a young team. They've gone with the youth movement here for sure, as Jonathan Stewart's second toss is good. 3:45 to play third quarter, an 11-point lead for the Wildcats, 51-40. Karns trying to upset the Wildcats here and ruin their perfect district mark. Karns just hanging tough on their home floor. If you remember the district championship a couple of years ago, as the Wildcats almost got a steal, if it wasn't for Marcus Smith in that ball game, as they get a 3 off good, Three-pointer from the left corner goes Griffin Cox once again, and the Wildcat lead is 51-43. If not for Marcus Smith in that ball game, the Wildcats would have lost the game here at Karns, the district championship game.
Yeah, that was a very tight game, David. Just really back and forth as Oak Ridge has the ball over to Kel Slater on the left side.
Into Stafford Shanklin, and Stafford is going to be called for a offensive player control as he runs over his former teammate. Well, I don't know if they were ever teammates, Henson. As the Wildcats are going to get Milloway back in, Stafford Shanklin's going to check out. Back in the ball game will come Aiden Goins. Wildcats by 8, 51-43. You got a guard, number 20. He kind of reminds me of that Keister girl as the ball's worked into Faulkner. Faulkner in the rear court gets it across the way to Griffin. He works the ball down the floor off to Roberts. They can work it in for a layup. No good. Missed shot that time by Jalen Roberts. Here's Oak Ridge with Kel Slater down the floor. Kel waits for his teammates. 2:49 to play third quarter. Jamison up to Graff with it around to Stewart. Jonathan inside Jeremy Miller. Back to Jonathan. Works the ball to Jamison. Three-pointer, top of the key. No good. Rebound Jeremy Miller. Goes back up with a shot. No good. He's fouled by somebody. Foul's going to be called against Jalen Roberts. That'll be the 6'3 sophomore's personal foul number 1. Team foul number 4 against Karns, and Jeremy Miller will go to the free throw line. Jeremy on the year is a 70.5% free throw shooter. Scored his 1,000th point tonight, making him the 23rd Wildcat to do that. Jeremy's free throw is off the plane to the rim, no good.
He has 13 points in the ball game, David. He that's his first attempt from the free throw line.
51-43 the score. The Wildcats in the lead. Back to the line, the senior, Jeremy Miller. Righty puts it up there. Good. 52-43, a 9-point advantage as Lucas Searcy checks back in for Jeremy. The Wildcats currently playing with Jonathan Stewart, Kel Slater, Jamison Updegraff, Lucas Searcy, and Jonathan Milloway. 52-43, Oak Ridge. 2:34 to play, third period. Here comes Karns down the floor. Henson with the basketball, nearly stripped of the ball by Kel. He works the ball across the line to Jaden Brown. Brown back to Henson, back to Faulkner. JJ dribbles left, kicks it out for a 3. It's on target. Hits the rim, though. Lucas has the rebound. Lucas Searcy, and he is fouled. Lucas Searcy is fouled hard by the coach's son, Rayleigh Henson, 5'11", 170-pound junior, and Rayleigh picks up his third personal foul. It'll be the Beavers coming down the floor. Oak Ridge by 9, 52-43. Oak Ridge's biggest lead, 12 in the ball game. 2:09 to play. Oak Ridge inside of Milloway. Milloway in for the dunk. Good. He pulled the rim down, but it counts just the same. And we need Milloway to get some points up on the board here because he has not had a whole lot tonight.
It's easier to dunk when you pull the rim down, David.
I think Lucas is going to pick up another foul. They allowed that young man to drive the full length of the floor all the way in, and Lucas tried to slow him down. Personal foul called against Milloway will be his first personal foul, as Jeremy Miller's about to go back in the ball game. Not a shooting violation. It'll be the 15th foul called against the Karns Beavers. Jonathan Stewart comes out of the ball game, and the officials allow him to get out of the game. Best officiating crew we've seen all year. I mean, for sure. They didn't even allow us to come in as Kel's going to deflect the ball and steal it. Try to anyway. Ball goes out of bounds. Good hustle. I'm telling you, it's the best officiating crew we have seen all season long.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot dispute that, David. They've done a really good job. I mean, I think Coach Green would even agree with that. No major mess ups tonight by this crew.
54-43, 11-point Oak Ridge lead here. 1:48 to play here in the third period. With the basketball will come Karns. With it will come Jalen Roberts. Works the ball to Griffin. He works the ball top of the circle back to Roberts. Got it by Jamison Updegraff. Now the big man's got it. Aiden Goins has not a whole lot of movement there as they try to come up here. Here it goes to Faulkner. The Oak Ridge coaching staff all yelled in unison. And I was looking at the roster. I wasn't actually watching what happened.
They wanted a double dribble on number 50, David.
With the basketball will come Karns. Here comes number 50. That's Goins. Aiden Goins. Right extension of the free throw line. The big guy rolls in and scores left-handed off the glass. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor in a 9-point game. He's hard to deal with. they lifted him at 285 pounds, but he also has a soft touch as Jamison for three. Good. Jamison has his third three of the ball game, or second three of the ball game, and that is his 13th career three. Here comes Goins for three. It's no good. Rebounded by Lucas Searcy. He actually runs the floor pretty well for a big guy, too.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, we kind of talked off the air, David. He kind of lulls you to sleep because, he's not all that fast. There's a missed shot by Kel Slater, put back by Milloway.
And the Wildcat lead is 14, their biggest lead of the day, 59-45, 27 seconds to play here in the third period. Road games are hard in the district. I mean, you got to face that. This is our second straight road game. We've had a ton of those, actually, in this little stretch of time, as the Beavers work the ball to Goins in the corner. 13 seconds to play. Is he going to take Milloway one-on-one, or is he going to give it up to Roberts? He does. Back to Goins. Let's see who's going to get it. They're going to go backdoor inside of Faulkner. Good ball movement. They shoot a three. No good. Rebound to Oak Ridge with no time left on the clock as the third quarter comes to a close. 3 quarters in the books. The Wildcats in the lead. 59-45. We'll be back to Karns in 60 seconds. Welcome back once again to Karns High School. David Clary along with Mark Hayes, along with Christian Rosas Rodriguez and Jordan Osborne. 59-45. Brian Bennett back at the studios. Friday night it's Oak Ridge and Campbell County. Campbell County boys playing great basketball right now. They have moved into third place. They have won 6 district ball games. It looks like the old Campbell County might be rejoining us here soon.
That'd be great, David, because, they've been missed. It's been probably, like 20 years or so since they've been in force. I remember it used to be that, Campbell County football wasn't much. It was they all lived for basketball. I kind of attributed that to them being so close to the Kentucky border.
They've got a brand new coach who, Coach Mullins told me that he coached at Powell Valley back in the day. As there's a steal momentarily. Now the big guy Goins goes up. He's fouled by Jonathan Milloway, and that'll send Goins to the free throw line. Like I said, they've moved into third place in the district, and Campbell County has been a cellar dweller the last several years in basketball. I think they've won 5 out of their last 6 games, including beating this Karns team, as a free throw is good by Aiden Goins. He'll go back to the line. Oak Ridge on top, 59-46. So that Campbell County game will be on Friday at the Wildcat Arena. Fans will be allowed. Cheerleaders will be allowed. I see Karns' cheerleaders for the first time probably this season getting a chance to cheer, and we'll have our cheerleaders, I'm sure, at the Wildcat Arena on Friday. We'll hope you'll be there as well. Students are allowed, general public allowed. As Oak Ridge works into Milloway against Goins, goes in for the shot, no good.
Nice.
Stafford on the rebound, up good. Stafford with an offensive rebound, and Oak Ridge's lead is 61-47. They're going to allow them to come down the floor and get a bucket. Quickly across the line went number 5, Bubba Faulkner. Wildcats on top, 61-49, 6:57 to play in the ballgame. Wildcats, Jeremy Miller inside of Milloway, shot good. Give the assist to Jeremy. Really nice play.
Milloway now with 11 points, but yeah, that was a great, he just kind of penetrated the lane there and just dropped it down low to Milloway. Great job.
14-point Oak Ridge lead. Here comes Faulkner once again to Goins. Goins shoots a three. This time it's no good. Miller on the rebound. Pushes it quickly up to Jonathan Stewart. Throws the ball away. He did not see Relly Henson in his face, and Wildcats allow number 3, J.J. Faulkner, to get a layup on the other end. Coach Creed just shaking his head down there. 63-51, a 12-point lead for the Wildcats. 6:24 to play. Saturday, the Wildcats will also be in action. Regular game times. We'll have a boys junior varsity ball game at 4:30. The girls game will be at 6, and the boys game will be at 7:30 against the Catholic Fighting Irish. Wildcats played them 2 years ago in the region tournament, but this is a really, really good Catholic team. They've been nationally ranked. They've been playing a national schedule. They've got a 7-footer, Catholic does, being recruited by every school in the country, including all the SEC schools, including Kentucky. That'll be Saturday night at the Wildcat Arena.
That'd be, it'd be something to look forward to, David. Hope a lot of crowds will come out. We've seen smaller crowds here in the last few years, but it'd be nice to have a nice crowd, for that Catholic game.
Like I said, you got to wear your mask. You got to socially distance. You got to have your temperature checked. But normal fans are allowed in the arena, including students. And that'll be this coming Friday and Saturday. Campbell County on Friday, Catholic on Saturday. And then a week from tonight, Oak Ridge playing Cleveland, then Fulton on Saturday. 4 great games to close out the season, Mark.
Yeah, what a great way to get ready for postseason play, the district tournament, David. Stack them, all the way through the season is a nice move there by Jonathan Milloway.
Yeah, nice footwork down there. 65-51, a 14-point Oak Ridge lead. 6 minutes to play. There was no junior varsity ball game tonight. The girls won by big numbers, but not an impressive event for sure. They'll take on Campbell County. They'll have to play better on Friday. Campbell County basketball. With the basketball will come Jalen Roberts outside the line. Works the ball to his left. Here it goes to Goins once again. Guarded out high by Milloway. Here it goes, top of the circle. Here it goes to number 3. Dribbling the basketball comes J.J. Faulkner. Faulkner, guarded by Kel Slater, comes off to his right to his brother, Bubba Faulkner, who slings the ball inside to number 11, cut off by Jeremy, shoots, no good, tipped and rebounded on the floor. It'll either be against Goins or Milloway, but they're pointing to Jonathan Milloway. And there's not much you can do with that guy. And he'll go to the free throw line. I like him, though. I wonder if he plays football for them. I mean, with his shot, I doubt he does, because it looks like he spent a lot of time in the gym. Free throw is good.
Yeah, I mean, he's this is his 3rd free throw of the game, David, and I suspected that he would make them because he's got a really nice shot.
And he's a lefty, too. Puts it up there. Good. 65-53 the score. 5:21 to play in the ball game. Jonathan Stewart with it over to Kel Slater. Kel penetrates inside. Stafford Shanklin, good. The play was made by Kel. He penetrated in and dished it off to a cutting Stafford Shanklin, and that's the way you attack zones. I mean, that's the way you do it.
Oh, yeah, it's a great way to do it. Stafford Shanklin now with 14 points in the ball game as the Wildcats lead by 14, 67-53.
There's a walk, and finally the whistle is blown. He knew it. I think Bubba knew it before the official did. I think maybe just a little delay. The whole crowd just yelled, walk. And then the whistles blew, and kind of the Oak Ridge fans kind of razzing the official there. He didn't have his whistle in his mouth. That's what he just said. So, like I said, this is the best officiating crew. This is the Knoxville Association, which we don't usually get great officiating out of them, as Jonathan Stewart launches a 3, and that's good to see. Jonathan knocks it in from the corner.
That's his first 3 of the night, David. He now has 11. He's 1 of 7 from three-point land. It's a shot up, no good by Karns.
That is his 80th career 3 as Milloway blocks Goins. Now, Jeremy, Goins goes up again. He scores. He just keeps muscling him up there. His 80th career 3-pointer just a moment ago. Oak Ridge by 15 here, 70-55. And a travel is going to be called against Oak Ridge, so the Wildcats are going to turn the ball over. 4:19 to play in the ball game, 70-55. The Wildcats will up their record to 19-3. Karns will lose their 10th ball game. But they've put up a good fight. That's one thing for sure. The game's not over. Still a 15-point game with 4 minutes to play. But Oak Ridge will know they're in for a fight as there's a foul called against Lucas. Lucas has a ton of those tonight.
Yeah, that'd be his 3rd foul of the night, David.
And Lucas, let's see if he's going to stay in the ball game. They're going to go to the free throw line. It'll be Walker Lockhart, 6'3" freshman, tosses up, hits the front end of the rim, no good. Tall, lanky kid as Lucas does check out and Jamison checks in. Wildcats have yet to play Caden, Flip, and Darren in the ball game tonight. Second toss is up, good. Made good by Lockhart, and here come the Wildcats down the floor. 14-point Oak Ridge lead, 4:06 to play in the ball game. Here comes Oak Ridge's Kel Slater to Jamison. Jamison to Jonathan, shoots another three. This one's no good. Rebounded by Karns. J.J. Faulkner with the board, and he's going to accelerate down the floor, work the ball inside, and back it up to Goins. Goins might have walked. Might have been fouled by Jonathan. I think he walked before he actually was fouled. And they're going to call a foul against Jonathan Milloway. For Jonathan, that'll be his fourth foul. It'll send Aiden to the free throw line. Aiden's had a really good night tonight.
He has 21 in the game, 4-4 from the line.
Knocks down another one. He's 5 for 5. Back to the free throw line he goes. He had 18 against Oak Ridge at the Wildcat Arena. 70-57. Second toss. Good. Wildcats will substitute. Looks like Lucas Searcy is going to come in for Jonathan Milloway. 3:49 to play in the ball game. 70-58. The Wildcats in the lead. Here they come down the floor. Kel Slater with it across the time stripe. We're on FM 92.7, FM 94.7, prepradio.com, and Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 15. With the basketball will come Oak Ridge. A three-pointer is knocked down by Jamison, and that is his third of the night. And for Jamison, that is his 14th career. Here comes Goins down the floor for the Beavers. Cross-court with a pass. Over it goes to Henson. Henson to Faulkner. 3:21 to play. 15-point game once again. The Wildcats in the lead. The freshman tries to drive. Pass intercepted. Jeremy Miller, will he take it for a layup or a dunk? It's a layup. And a hard foul called against Henson, and Jeremy Miller will go to the free throw line. 3:12 to play in the game. 15-point game. There is a big crowd in here, but they are very quiet, to be honest with you, as the Wildcats will go to the free throw line with Jeremy Miller.
Miller in the ball game, David, he has 14 points, 1 of 2 from the free throw line.
Scored his 1,000th point of his career tonight. Congratulations to him. Toss, looks short, and it is. Hits the front end of the rim. Karns will substitute back in the ball game. Griffin Cox, good shooter. 145-pound sophomore. They list him at 5'8". Jeremy Miller back to the line. 3:12 to play. Puts it up there. Is short again. Rebounded by Karns. And then the Wildcats, Miller reaches in. They're going to call a foul. Jeremy can't believe it. He is called for the personal foul. And it'll be Karns coming back the other way. One of the officials tells Jeremy, calm down, and he does. And it'll be the Beavers at the line, the 10th team foul, so the double bonus in effect. So it's Bubba Faulkner at the line, freshman player, hits the back end of the rim, no good. Coach Henson has gone with the youth movement, it looks like, Mark.
Yeah, he definitely has, David, as to the line. For the second free throw is up and good by Bubba Walker. He now has 11.
73-59 Wildcats, 3:06 to play in the ball game. Jonathan Stewart penetrates in, stops, pulls up, shoots, no good. Lucas Searcy on the rebound, wanted to shoot, and he's fouled. Personal foul will go against Karns. Might go against number 20, and that is Griffin Cox. Griffin's fourth foul. Team foul number 7 against Karns. It's a shooting violation anyway for Lucas Searcy. Lucas goes to the free throw line. Toss, short. Wildcats struggling a bit from the free throw line. Lucas has 3 points in the ball game. 0 of 1 from the line. Back to the line, Lucas Searcy. Junior puts it up there, good. Oak Ridge by 15 once again, 74-59. The Wildcats trying to win their 19th game of the year. Here comes Bubba down the floor, and the shot is up, and it is no good. Another foul called against Oak Ridge. Because a lot of standing around, I think, he's quick. You got to anticipate that. The Wildcats have done a little bit of standing around down there, and Coach Green not happy. He's going to take a seat next to his dad, and Ted Mitchell, assistant coach of the Wildcats, as that free throw is up, and it's no good. He'll have another one. Bubba's misfired on a few, but he's only a freshman. Righty puts it up there. This one knocks down for sure. Wildcats down the floor leading 74-60. Not going to score 100 tonight. Scored 107 on this team as the Wildcats go back door with Lucas Searcy. Shot is good and he's fouled. Foul called against the Beavers, the little backdoor play. And Lucas hits the shot, and that'll be the 5th foul called against Griffin Cox. And I believe that'll be his 5th foul. Out of the game he goes. Actually, it's Henson who's going to come out of the ball game. Was that Henson's 5th?
Yes.
So that's the coach's son. He's going to come out with his 5th foul. To the line will go Lucas Searcy. 16-point Wildcat lead, 76-60 the score. Toss is no good. Not shooting our free throws again well tonight as the ball's worked down the floor by Faulkner. Faulkner now picked up by Kel Slater. 2:35 to play in the ball game. 14-point Oak Ridge lead. Here it goes to the top to Cox. Nearly a deflection and a steal, but saved by Faulkner. He dribbles in, penetrates in. He's fouled, and he's going to be called for it. Personal foul will go against the Wildcats. I think it's against Jamison Updegraft. And that is the case. That's Jamison's first. That's going to send J.J. Faulkner to the free throw line. I wonder why they're not doing the PA down on the floor. The lady who sits over here to our right has been doing it for years, but they usually do the PA down on the floor. Maybe it's has something to do with social distancing, perhaps?
Yeah, if I had to guess, David, I'd say personal preference of social distancing.
Wildcats on top by 13, 76-63. Oak Ridge ball. Jamison to Jeremy. Jeremy, a little 3-footer. It's going to be short. And taken away by the Karns Beavers. That's another altered shot by Aiden Goins. Here comes Faulkner once again. See if Kel can slow him down. He's going to drive past him and dribble in for a shot. Kel blocks his shot, kicks it out to Goins. He's got a 3, fakes it, pumps, drives against Lucas. No place to go. Good defense by Lucas Searcy. Kept Goins from shooting the long one. Minute 53 to play. Here comes Faulkner in. This is Bubba. Bubba against Jonathan. He's fouled by Jonathan Stewart. And Coach Green said, just get your hands up and just block it that way. And to the free throw line again will go Karns. Kind of a long end to the ball game here, Mark.
Yeah, it is. To the line for the Beavers will be Bubba Faulkner. He has 12 points. He's 4 of 7 from the free throw line now.
12-point game, 76-64 the score. Bubba Faulkner back to the line. Second toss up, good. Minute 49 to play in the ball game. No pressure at all being applied by the Wildcats. I guess that's smart. Just get back in half court. They tried to run with us last time, and we have learned teams that run with Oak Ridge, that's a mistake, and that's what Karns tried to do the last time.
Yeah, it's kind of like run and die, not run or die.
Here comes Jonathan Stewart to the hole. No good. Rebounded by Karns. Here's Faulkner once again. An 11-point game. They can cut it even further. Here's a 3. Good. 3-point shot. Knocked down by J.J. Faulkner. And just like that, it's an 8-point game with a minute 23 to play. I thought the Wildcats had it wrapped up, but Karns had other ideas. Mark, Campbell County on Friday, Catholic on Saturday. Cleveland a week from tonight, and then Fulton to close it out on the 13th of February, and the season's done. You know, it's been a weird one, obviously, not having getting a chance to see the long tournaments that we're used to going to, and not a opportunity to see a lot of fans come into the arena or the away games. But somehow the Wildcats have been able to maneuver their way through the season, and they're down to the final four games after tonight.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully tonight for the Wildcats isn't, we've got the district wrapped up, we're hosting, let's just kind of coast on into the district tournament, because they got some, as you've talked about, David, they've got some major games coming up.
Wildcats break the press, and Lucas Searcy gets a layup good, and he's fouled. Really, really good press work by the Wildcats. They come down the floor. Lucas has an opportunity for a 3-point play. That was really, really well done.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, he pump faked, got the defender up in the air, and then he went in to shoot. So great job by Lucas Searcy drawing the foul.
Back to a 10-point Wildcat lead here, 78-68. Minute 18 to play in the ball game. Free throw is good. Lucas converts the 3-point play, and a little spurt for him at the end of the ball game, and Lucas now has 9 points. And down the floor, a near steal by Lucas is now knocked out by Goins, or off of Kel. Kel tried to get it, and it's knocked out by Kel Slater. Minute 8 to play in the ball game, 79-68 Wildcats. Karns basketball here at Karns. The Wildcats at home against Campbell County on Friday. I'm going to keep saying that because fans are allowed. Come on out. Support the Wildcats and Lady Wildcats. The girls' game will be at 6. We'll still stream it. We're going to stream the rest of the games in the regular season. Missed shot, rebounded, knocked out of bounds, they say, by Jonathan Stewart. It'll be Karns basketball. We will stream the rest of the regular season ball games. I can assure you of that. After that, don't have, really not sure, but we will stream the rest of them, including the away game at Fulton. It's hard to get a good camera shot at Fulton, but we'll hope to do that. Here come the Beavers down the floor. Shot is up, no good, but another foul called against Oak Ridge. 49.7 seconds to play. Oak Ridge on top, 79-68. It'll be Karns. We were way in the double bonus here. It'll be J.J. Faulkner at the free throw line this time. 5'9", 137-pounder, has 11 in the game. Knocks down the shot. Makes it a 10-point Wildcat lead at 79-69. Wildcats haven't lost to Karns in a long time, but Karns made it tough. They made it tough in that district championship ball game. Not for Marcus Smith. I think you remember that, like 20 points in the fourth quarter or something like that.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal ending for the Wildcats by Marcus Smith specifically.
The Wildcats throw the inbounds away, but then Jeremy Miller gets it, and then he's fouled. 40.8 seconds to play. Coach Green not too pleased. And like I said to Coach Taylor after the ball game in the girls' game, that you want to be clicking on all cylinders when you're getting close to the postseason here. And Lady Wildcats definitely weren't. But what she said was just, we'll put it past us like we did the last time we played Karns. And that's, I'm sure, what Coach Green will say about this game as they get ready for a good Campbell County team on Friday. And finally a home ball game. Seems like forever since the guys have played at home. I guess it was that Powell ball game way on back. That's been a long time ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago because we've been to Powell since then.
Jeremy's first toss good. Second toss also good. 81-70, Jeremy Miller.
He has 16 points in the ballgame, David.
Joined the 1,000-point club. Only 23 Wildcats in the history of the program, 70-plus years, have ever done that, and Jeremy Miller is one of them. Here's Goins with the basketball, dribbling in against Lucas. Great play. Lucas Searcy just picked his pocket to Kell, and with 25 seconds to play, the Wildcats doesn't look like they're going to foul, although, nope, they're going to stay back. The Wildcats are going to win this ball game. Coach Henson says, game's over. Wildcats are going to win the ball game. They're up 81-70. Lucas just is going to hold the ball. 9 seconds. Can't pick up that pivot foot, though. He is down to 4 seconds. Now we'll dribble in. Final score, the Wildcats win by a final score of 81-70. So congratulations to Oak Ridge as they head to their dressing room. The Wildcats win both ball games tonight. Not an impressive fashion, but overall, it's a good win. Anytime you get a district win on the road against a team like Karns, who's always been difficult on the Wildcats over the years, although in recent years the Wildcats have had success beating them, but they've always been tough on us. It's always good to get road wins, Mark.
It really is, especially in the district, as you said, David. A win is a win. Even ugly wins count. Not that this was terribly ugly, but it was not quite the caliber of win that I'm sure Coach Green was wanting late in the season. But, the thing I look at here, David, is a lot of balanced scoring by the Wildcats. I'll go through the scoring, but, basically if you scored for the Wildcats, I can tell you this, you had a minimum of 9 points.
We're going to speak to Coach Green here in a bit. We'll take a quick break. We'll send it back to Brian at the station. The Wildcats win. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
81-70. Can I tweet?
Yeah.
Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. I'm not competing with
What's that?
we're not competing with music now.
That's good.
Yeah.
We can keep our mics on and won't forget about it.
Yeah.
Although you're continuing to talk. Welcome back to Karns High School. David Clary along with Mark Case, Jordan Osborne, Christian Roses Rodriguez, the Wildcats, and Brad Bennett at the station, of course, on FM 92.7. We hope you enjoyed listening to our broadcast. I see Coach Green making his way up towards me, Mark, working on the final stats as well, and we'll get to those in a few short moments. The Wildcats victorious in this one, as Coach Green is about to come up the steps here. They're, of course, in this pandemic, they make people leave the gymnasium after about 10 minutes. They don't want them kind of hanging around, and that's a good plan. We'll have our fans at the Wildcat Arena. The same thing will happen at Oak Ridge on Friday when they take on Campbell County, and then Saturday when they take on Catholic, and then our final regular season ball game against Cleveland on Tuesday at the Wildcat Arena, and then we'll have the road game. Coach Aaron Green has joined us here, and Coach, I'll let him get settled here. I'll just blab a little bit. Road win at Karns. Karns is much improved, obviously. Young team. I think Mark has the stats there. So it wasn't a thing of beauty for your team. I think you might have to agree with that. It was not your best effort. Karns had a lot to do with that. They played hard. I didn't think, not that I'm not saying you didn't give a good effort, but it seemed like it wasn't an inspired effort as we've seen maybe in the Clinton ball game last week. And, you know, at this time of the year, you can't afford to have any letdowns. And you made enough plays to win. You did some good things, but it wasn't your best effort of the year.
That's a good way of sugarcoating it. I'm not trying to be, I'm going to try my best not to be too negative. I'm not very happy. I'm kind of embarrassed, really, for the way we played, just to be quite frank with you. I have to go back and look. I don't think we've given up 70 points all year.
I don't think so.
So, and that's the reason I'm upset. Wasn't ready to play. You can obviously see that. I'm disappointed in our seniors for. Let me start over. Is it on now?
I think it was on the whole time, actually. Oh, okay.
Is it off or on now?
It's on.
Is it on? But yeah, just I'm extremely disappointed. Like I said, I'm a little embarrassed for how we guarded and how we played. I mean, I don't know what excuses you want to make. I'm not an excuse maker, but you got to come ready to play. And one of the things I talked about before the game with the team was, championship teams. Elite teams bring it every night, period, and we didn't tonight. So that's the part that I'm upset about. You can struggle offensively. You're going to have those nights where you don't play well offensively, but we gave 50, the Goins kid, he scored 23 in 3 quarters. I told them I'm thankful he didn't start the game and didn't play the first quarter. He may have had 40. But just extremely disappointed with our effort, lack of defensive execution, lack of guarding. I thought we didn't show any toughness. I mean, and Karns made some shots, which obviously when you make shots, it helps. But again, I look at it as, if they're making shots, you got to make them miss. I mean, I'm not the type to coach say, well, they just made shots. No, you make them miss. So just disappointed. We got to get back to practice tomorrow and then get better.
And, of course, your next ball game is at Campbell County, and Campbell County might be one of the hottest teams in the district right now. I think they've won 6 district ball games. They've moved into 3rd place. They've been cellar dwellers the last few years, last 15 years basically, but they're playing well. And an effort like this, they'll come in inspired because they haven't beaten us since 1999, so it's a long, long time ago. So they'll come in inspired, and I know your guys generally you respond pretty well after you let them have it a little bit because in practice I'm sure it'll be difficult. You'll show them what they did on tape. Where did you see the worst part? You said defense, giving up the amount of points, but where did you see just defensively with the breakdowns?
I mean, you name it. I mean, just pick anything. I mean, letting 50, the big kid, just play there and stand there and play horse in the first half. Just catch it and just shoot a wide open, uncontested 3. I mean, one I think they made right before the quarter. So 50, like I said, David, he had 23 points in 3 quarters. So nobody guarded him. And then, number 3, he got to the rim and got to the paint all night long. For them, we let number 20 make 3 threes. I mean, I could keep. I mean, we didn't rebound. We didn't show any toughness as far as inside shots. Just I mean, you name it. But defensively, when we give up 70 points, I'm not going to be very happy about it. And and it's a combination of a little bit of everything. I mean, guys not guarding the ball, not understanding what you're supposed to be doing as far as whether you're guarding a shooter or not guarding a shooter, technique, fundamentals. I mean, it was all bad. And again, I'm just, not trying not to be too negative, but I'm just not very happy. And again, the reason it's a standard that you play to. I mean, we won the game, great. That's wonderful, but I understand all these are really scrimmage games, and if we play with like that, I mean, anybody could beat us. I mean, there's no doubt about it. So, I mean, it's frustrating. And again, it's not to the fact that, I mean, we score 81 points, but it's just a mentality that you have to have, and we should have. We have it most of the time as far as guarding and defending and being tough and making teams work to get. I mean, like I said, we didn't do any of that. So I mean, you name it, we didn't do a very good job of it, especially defensively.
Remind me about what Campbell County does. Yeah,
Campbell County, like you said it right. They're probably the hardest team in our district. I think they've won. I mean, I know Knox Central has a ton of makeup games to play. I think they've got 6 after tonight, but they were actually in front of. They were third in our league behind us in Clinton before tonight. We'll see how that shakes out, but Coach has done a great job with them. It's his first year. He was at Cumberland Gap, and he's got them playing well. So they'll come in there with a lot of confidence, and we'll definitely need to play better. I mean, Campbell County beat Karns the last time they played them, so we'll definitely need to play better than we did tonight.
Coach, one individual set a milestone today. Jeremy Miller became the 23rd Wildcat to score his 1,000th point. Did it on that three-point shot. Only 23 players since 1943 have scored 1,000 points, and that's a big milestone. Yeah,
that's a great accomplishment, and he really did it. I guess in about 2.5, 3. I guess he played some as a sophomore, so he's had 2 really good years, and it's congrats to him. I mean, that's a heck of an accomplishment. I didn't know there's only been 23 in history. That's an accomplishment. And he's a great kid. He's had a good career, and just hopeful he can continue to play well. And he looks like he's still trying to decide college-wise. There's some things. He'll have some opportunities. So, but definitely a heck of an accomplishment.
One thing we need to do is make sure his little brother stays in the program too. He's got a lot of years before he ever gets here, but we need to make sure he plays for Oak Ridge too.
No doubt. No doubt. He I don't know where he goes to school. We'll have to definitely stay on him, David.
Coach, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you Friday night against Campbell County.
Yeah, and we just senior night. I don't know. We to make sure everybody knows that. I think the restrictions will be I guess third capacity. So if you haven't been to a game in a while, come on out. I think they should be able to get in, and then obviously on Saturday we've got. A really good team coming in there with Knox Catholic, who I would argue is probably one of the better teams any classification in the state. So they got 3 or 4 D1 players. Looking forward to the end of this week.
Coach, thanks a lot.
Thanks, David.
Wildcats win the ball game. The girls win as well. Let's get Mark in here. I don't believe he's done the stats here. We'll get Mark in here for the final stats.
Thank you very much, David. Oak Ridge led in scoring tonight by Jeremy Miller. He had 16 points in the ball game. He was 6 of 9 from the field, 3 of 6 from the free throw line, also in double figures with 14 was Stafford Shanklin, 6 of 11 from the field, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Jonathan Milloway added 13 for the Wildcats. He was 6 of 11 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And then Jonathan Stewart with 11 points. He was 4 of 14 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. So we had 4 individuals in double figures for the Wildcats tonight. Everyone else who scored 9 points. Kel Slater had 9. He was 4 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Jamison Updegraff with 9. All of those from beyond the three-point line. He was 3 of 5. He was 3 of 3 from threes, and he was 0 of 2 from twos. And also Lucas Hershey added 9 points as well. He was 3 of 5 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. As a team, the Wildcats were 32 of 62 from the field, 26 of 46 from two-point land, 6 of 16 from beyond the three-point line, and they were 11 of 21 from the charity stripe. Now looking at Karns, they were led in scoring by Aiden Goins. He had 23 points. Impressive player for the Beavers. He was 7 of 13 from the field. He had 3 3-pointers. He was 3 of 7 from beyond the three-point line. He was perfect from the free throw line, by the way, 6 of 6. Also in double figures for the Beavers with 14 was Bubba Faulkner. He was 4 of 7 from the field, 5 of 8 rather from the free throw line. His brother J.J. Faulkner also in double figures with 13. He was 3 of 5 from the field, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. With 9 points, Griffin Cox, he started for the Beavers. He was 3 of 5 from beyond the three-point line. Let's see, Rayleigh Henson, the coach's son, he ended the game with 3 points. He fouled out with 2:44 remaining in the ball game. He was 1 of 3 from beyond the three-point line. Jalen Roberts added 5 points for the Beavers. He was 2 of 10 from the field. Walker Lockhart had 1 point. He was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And then Kaysen Huffaker had 2 points. He was 1 of 3 from the field. As a team, the Karns Beavers were 21 of 51 from the field. They were 11 of 30 from two-point land, 10 of 21 from three-point land. So they shot better from three-point land than they did from two-point land. They were just under 50% from threes, and they were just over 33% in twos. Just an interesting setup. I've not seen a team do that before, I don't believe. From the free throw line, they were 18 of 24. I don't know if you heard me, David, but they shot better from three-point land than they did from two-point land. They were 10 of 21 from threes, and they were 11 of 30 from twos. Just very surprising.
Yeah, Coach Green didn't like the defense at all on the three-point shooters, and that's one of the things he said. He actually said we were terrible tonight. Go ahead. Yeah. So Oak Ridge led at the end of the first quarter, 18-16, outscored Karns 17-12 in the second quarter to take a 35-28 lead at half. In the third quarter, the Wildcats again outscored the Beavers 24-17 to take a 59-45 lead into the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, the Karns Beavers outscored the Wildcats 25-22, but the Wildcats still get the win. Final score: Oak Ridge victorious tonight by a final score of 81-70. Prior, the girls won by a final score of 68-42. Leading scorer for the Lady Wildcats was Kamari Mitchelstein with 39. Gracie Heron had 11. Samaj Clark with 8. Cannon Green had 6, and Hope Holt had 4. Thanks a lot, Mark. Our next broadcast of Oak Ridge High School basketball will be coming up on Friday when the Wildcats take on the Campbell County Cougars. That will be at the Wildcat Arena. Tip-off for the girls' game will be 6 o'clock. The boys' game will be at 7:30. We'll stream the game on YouTube. We'll be on prepradio.com as well. Appreciate our camera guys tonight here. Jordan Osborne along with Christian Roses Rodriguez. Our engineer back at the station was Brian Bennett. For Mark Case, this is David Clary. Until next time, saying so long, everybody.